This is a HeadGum podcast.
Vacation is in full swing, y'all. Oh my God, look at us all in our bathing suits.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Hell
just
yeah.
relaxing.
Yeah,
Snack
and
town.
That damn podcast work will never find us here.
Eric, let me just tighten up this shark fin suit that you've got on the back here. We're going to give these kids what's for.
Oh yeah,
totally.
Get that fin on.
Are you guys-
don't touch the blowhole?
Oh,
Are you guys totally relaxed? You guys are absolutely relaxed.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
This is having
That's
fun.
awesome.
We're
Yeah.
finally free.
Before we introduce RoboCop 3, I just wanted to hit play really quickly.
Oh, son of a...
God.
Coming soon to theaters.
Thought we were gonna get a break.
It is the VHS Trailer Game season finale, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm gonna walk into the ocean.
I am the J Master. You stay there. You can sit on a buoy if you need to. I am the J Master, and these are my clues.
Oh,
this
no.
is a. We've been building up this all season. Where there's never any rest here on We Hate Movies because we always need to be working.
Sure.
That's right. Apparently.
Yeah.
So here we go. This is it. This is the for all the marbles here.
Oh wait, hang on. Let me just open this huge can of wine I have.
This is for all the marbles. Can of wine, huh?
Hell yeah.
All the marbles.
2 glasses
This
at
is
once,
all-
dude.
For all the marbles,
Is
he
it-
keeps saying. So this is the finale. This is the ending. Is
Yeah.
it? So is it one question?
That's what I
or-
was wondering. Yeah, is it
No,
only one?
no, no,
Okay.
no. It's going to be really long. No, it's
Oh,
not going to be that
Jesus.
long. But it will be. There's going to be 3 rounds.
Okay.
There's and right now, currently, Chris is in the lead with 64 points.
What a
Eric
shock.
is within striking distance.
Is that even mathematically possible with your draconian point system?
51 points for Eric, and then Andrew might as well keep drinking that wine. He's got 44 points.
You know
but
what, Steve? I'm just happy to be here.
I'm glad you're here, dude. I'm very glad you're here. Now, as we know, sadly, if Chris wins, the first episode we will do coming back will be nothing but trouble. But and there will be a cameo as well. But if Eric or Andrew pull this out,
Yeah. Okay.
Chris gets blocked, and they get to use the cameo fund for their own evil devices. So I'm super excited about this. Are we ready to go?
Yes,
Yeah,
and there
absolutely.
will be no nothing but trouble episode. So
Exactly.
giving people a chance to root for Chris, I guess.
There is just a quick FYI. The point system goes, it's 5 points for my first clue, 4 points for my second, third, 2, 1 for it's only 5 clues. You will, as you know, if you buzz in incorrectly or out for that round, but you can come back in the next one. Everybody knows that stuff, right?
Sure. So if
Hell
Chris
yeah,
gets,
dude.
Chris gets one more. We can just like call the game and walk all in to the
Nope. Nope. We're gonna do. I spent a
we're
lot
gonna
of
do the whole
time
thing.
this afternoon doing this, so we're all gonna do it together.
A lot of time. Okay.
Okay.
Here we go. Round
right.
1. So this is for RoboCop 3, which is our live episode, which we did in, oh God, where did-
Detroit.
Detroit, of course we did
It's
in
not so
Detroit.
hard to think about.
It really is.
You think that sound check guy is still upset that we played his venue?
I think
Yes.
he is. They didn't. You know, there was a guy that didn't like us, but that's not too
Oh,
uncommon.
yeah. This morning, he was just talking to the wife, being like, I can't, those kids a year ago or something like that. I just fucking hate him so much.
Oh, and I
Hey,
should-
man,
Yeah.
fucking boomers will hold a grudge.
They will indeed.
They will. And I should mention quickly that venue, beautiful theater.
Yes.
You might not hear the laughs as much as a comedy club because it's a big theater. And I want to contextualize that for folks at home because I feel like that's sometimes lost on people.
Ladies and gentlemen, people were laughing.
They were laughing. I tell you, they were laughing in there.
Okay, so
not that boomer tech, but everybody else was laughing there.
Yeah.
So this is this is RoboCop 3. So these are VHS trailers off of RoboCop 3. For context, for you gentlemen, 1993 is what we're talking about here.
Christ
Okay.
almighty.
It's a big one.
Round 1, Game Master's Clue, an adorable sequel to a deadly coming-of-age story. This time, we're visiting Los Angeles. Eric Siska.
Probably didn't get it right. Now that you said Los Angeles, I was going to say My Girl too.
You are correct with My
What?
Girl
Yep.
2. Eric
Whoa.
Siska's got 56 big points.
I'm shocked the Los Angeles thing would have, if I had waited a second longer, folks at home, I would have been like, well, that's not it. He would have mentioned the bees or something instead.
There was
No, the bees are part 1, dude.
and starring the little shit boy in that movie is our favorite little shit boy, Austin O'Brien, coming
Yep.
back,
Oh, yeah.
wooing Ms. Anna Chlumsky in that one. You think he ever called her for a Veep role? Probably.
Sure.
Yeah, like a role in the catering department or something.
If I had a connection to her, I'd bother her.
Sure. For all sorts of reasons. Okay, round 2. Game Master's Clue. A spooky story directed by a master of horror about a pen name come to life. Chris Cabin.
That's the dark half.
That is the
damn it.
dark half for 5 big points. Andrew is just right behind him, sadly. No,
So now, it's the game's over now, right?
no, it is not. It is not. Last one. Round 3. Game Master's Clue. A warm comedy that found a massively talented actor in the employ of an older lady played by a screen legend. A warm comedy that found a massively talented actor in the employ of a powerful. That's Andrew Jupin.
Driving Miss Daisy?
Incorrect. Chris Cabin.
Is that guarding Tess?
It is guarding Tess,
Wow.
massively talented
Nicolas Cage.
There it
Nicolas
is.
Cage. Oh yeah, Chris Cabin now has 74, Eric has 56, and Andrew still has 44. But it's the lightning round.
This is DVD.
It's the DVD trailer game, which makes its appearance only once a year, where the media is smaller, the features are special, and the points are double.
Wow.
So people are still in the game here. If somebody
Interesting.
could definitely sweep Chris right out of this motherfucker.
I don't believe you.
Chris still has 74, Eric 56, and Andrew 44. Here we go. Now, since this is and by the way, this is a get ready for action. This was on the RoboCop DVD, and it was just like a mishmash montage of action movies. So just that's kind of your clue here.
Shit. All right.
Yeah.
Because it's a mishmash, I will be giving you the year the movie came out.
Okay.
So number 1, round 1 for 10, starting at 10 points, from 1998. Game Master's Clue, a European set spy thriller filled with car chases that sports a cool title that kind of doesn't mean anything. That's Eric Siska.
Mission Impossible?
That is not Mission Impossible, unfortunately. A
I think your clue described Mission Impossible. I think the folks at home would agree.
big applause. Oh no, they're laughing, Eric. You just can't hear it. It's a big room.
Sure.
A European set spy thriller filled with car chases that sports a cool title that kind of doesn't mean anything. Chris Cabin.
Ronin.
It is Ronin for 10 big points.
Nice.
That's 84 for Chris. Sorry, Andrew came in just behind him yet again.
Well, I would argue Ronin, the title makes more sense, the masterless samurai than Mission Impossible. How is that? How does that mean anything?
I do have to admit, that threw me. It was all the car chase talk. I was like, what has a bunch of... that has
Yeah.
Ronin is
Well, no,
just
the
full of
title
car
doesn't mean
chases.
anything because also, spoiler alert for that movie, what do you call it there? Robert De Niro is still working for the U.S. government, so it doesn't mean anything.
That's why it
Wow.
was written by a professor at Purchase College.
Yes.
It was indeed.
That was part of the trivia, my friends. Okay. Okay. For 2002, here we go.
Okay.
Game Master's Clue. Even Madonna singing the title couldn't elevate this action sequel, nor propose spin-off of the sexy new character introduced. That's Andrew Jupin.
Fucking finally Die Another Day.
It is Die Another Day previous episode.
Get out that another day.
I'm gonna
That
die
is
another
it's
day.
one of the absolute worst Bond songs.
It is.
hands down, fucking terrible.
Yeah. It's that and the Billie Eilish one. I really do not like the Billie Eilish one.
Don't care for it.
I
Yeah.
still
Don't
have
care
not
for it.
seen that last movie. Is that where she's coming from? 'Cause
Yeah,
that
that's
girl-
the one.
That
Yep.
girl's like 16, so it'd have to be that. Unless she was like 4 doing the GoldenEye theme.
Yeah. she was a prodigy.
Of course.
Ain't got no time to die.
Yeah.
And I like her music well enough,
Yeah.
you know, but like, nah.
Oh my God! Yeah, she was born in 2001.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. That'll fucking
So
sting.
no Golden. She wasn't even come yet when GoldenEye was in theaters.
Mm-hmm.
Great way to put that.
Yes.
Last round here before we get taken off the air.
You
Sure.
can take anything off the air.
Game Master's Clue. A disastrous comic book adaptation from a comic no one's ever heard of led to this East meets West bomb wherein a legendary Hong Kong actor had to show a plucky white comedy star the ropes.
Huh? Did we get a year on this guy?
Oh, I apologize. 2003. I will reread the clue.
2003.
A disastrous comic book adaptation from a comic book no one's ever heard of. It led to this East meets West bomb wherein a legendary Hong Kong actor had to show a plucky white comedy star the ropes. You'll remember the movie, but you won't remember the title because it's stupid. Eric Siska.
All right, I'm going to get this wrong, but Shanghai Noon?
It is not Shanghai
Oh,
Noon.
God, it's I can't think of the fucking first word of the title.
Is it the?
It is actually not the.
Okay.
Spoiler alert. Tribune trivia. So
Okay.
10 points are off the board, sadly. Mr. Funktastic's chest tattoo with his name reads Mr. Fucktastic without the N. Another piece of trivia, this movie is currently on Tubi. Somebody put that on the IMDb
Ooh.
trivia, which I really appreciated.
They put that on the trivia?
They did put that on the trivia, which I find fucking funny. I know, Andrew, you know. Andrew Chupin.
Bulletproof Monk?
Bulletproof Monk is correct
There
for
it is.
8
Wow.
There it is.
large points.
Good for you. I saw that in the theater. So
I had the fucking monk part, dude, and I was like, what the fuck is the other part of the fucking title? That stupid movie I never saw.
American Pie presents Bulletproof Monk.
So that actually puts Andrew in second place, putting Eric in fucking
Wow.
third place. But Chris is in first. So Chris is 84. Andrew finishes at 62 after a strong showing, and Eric has 56 points. So
Steven.
I know what's going to happen.
Steven,
Oh, no.
you know what you're going to do?
What am I going to do?
You're going to watch Nothing But Trouble, and you're going to talk about it extensively.
Wait, did we really find out a way to make me last place after being second place the entire fucking...
I mean,
Anyway.
you found a way. Life found a way
sure.
here, dude.
Yeah. Well, I'm in last place again, folks. So
It was
next
that-
season, we will initiate the... it's going to be my version of the 2024 election. We're going to stop the steal before it happens. folks.
Sure.
Got it. I do. Yeah, sadly, Bulletproof Monk fucked you, dude. Sorry. You got fucked with
Yeah.
a Bulletproof Monk.
Yeah. And you.
And me, yes. So that's exciting.
There
Yeah.
we go.
Uh-huh.
I
And
think that when we record the episode on Nothing But Trouble, the three of us are going to have to be dressed like Christian Bale when he kills Jared Leto in American Psycho. Just like these fucking raincoats on. Because when Steve starts puking all over the studio,
Jesus Christ.
It's going to
Man.
be great. It's what
It's
it's
just
going
going to be like, I'm
fantastic.
just not going to have an erection for like 4 weeks. It's going to be fucking cool to watch that movie.
Especially when
did
I
ever-
just, especially when I just start texting you grease babies every once in a while.
So I guess our first episode in September
Yes.
will be Nothing But Trouble.
It will
So
indeed.
now you know that. And Chris Cabot, a little round of applause. Come on.
Thank you.
And he does get to use the cameo slush fund. I'm sure Chris has some ideas. I'm really excited. Last time was Ernie Hudson, which was a bit of a banger. So
Don't know if I'm going to be able to top that one. Like,
Yeah.
as far as delivery, like, just general, like, could not care less of what he was doing nor who was telling him to do it. That is a special energy that only Ernie Hudson can really put out there, and I was glad we got it.
is pretty extraordinary.
It is pretty extraordinary, Ernie. So that is the VHS Trailer Game Season 12 finale. We will be back bigger and better next year, Season 13. Lucky 13 for Eric Siska, I believe. That's the way I'm calling it. I'm predicting it.
I'm predicting I will literally never win in the entire history. But that's fine.
Well, dude, I don't know why you're complaining, man. I'm not winning either. So stop acting like you're all alone.
Well, I'm making it. I'm making content right now.
Yes.
I see. Speaking of content, by the way, we got a whole show for you here
do.
lined up, ready to go. This is us talking RoboCop 3, a really trash movie, but it was a really fun show. Beautiful old theater in Detroit, Michigan. Thanks a lot to all the folks in Motor City who came out, except for that fucking tech that hated our guts. Now, please enjoy RoboCop 3 live in Detroit.
Motor City, what is happening?
Hi.
Whew. I'm so pumped. I don't even want to sit down, but I'm going to do it.
Just go back and forth.
I was gonna, but I'm also, drunk and lazy, so.
Well, that's
excellent.
We like to do like regional jokes and stuff, so I just want to be really clear before we get too deep in it. There's no robotic cops in the audience, right?
You should show yourselves.
Yeah, I just don't want to.
If you're a cop, you have to tell us.
That is true.
Well, just a robotic cop. I don't give a shit if you're a flesh and blood police officer. That's, whatever. But the robots, that's a problem.
I found that show very offensive.
I mean, can they really do that voice?
Could you at least said back the silver?
Well done, dude.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
Detroit, thank you so much for coming out this evening. How are y'all doing? All right. We are so excited to be doing this again. It's been 2 years since we've been on the road, so this has been quite an excellent few days. But thank you so much for coming out. Thank you for doing your part to be here. Thank you for getting vaccinated, Yeah,
thank you.
We're all doing our part.
Really, guys, thank you.
We're living in a society, and we're trying as best we can to not be assholes about it. Yeah, this was booked in 2019. My beard had much more brown in it back then, I feel. I don't know. You want to see if we can give it a whirl?
Sure.
Yeah, see what the fuck happens? All right, cool. All right, here we go. My name is Andrew Jupin.
I'm Chris Cabin.
Eric Siska.
Steven Sadak.
And we are We Hey Movies from New York City. Thanks so much for coming out. When we hit the road, we try to do things that are like geographically appropriate, and we figured, what the hell, RoboCop, right? He was mayor here for a while, I think was the idea.
Yeah, sure, but I guess RoboCop 3, we should have done it in Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah, not filmed on location. Now, this was a question we actually had, and so we'll throw it out to you all here, because you'll know. What the fuck ever happened to that statue of him? Still being built.
That sounds like the mafia took your money.
Yeah.
The mafia. You handed. Oh, we got a construction. Oh yeah. We're doing the RoboCop statue. Joey, let's leave.
But it's amazing. I mean, these stories shared between cities because the mafia in New York held up the building of the Freedom Tower.
Exactly.
And the mafia here in Detroit is holding up building the building or the RoboCop statue. It's unbelievable.
Thank you. Thank you, young man in the audience knows the ethos of this show that we are.
By the way, thank you for being here for 30 minutes and already being very intoxicated. That's fantastic. Clearly, holy shit, yeah, look at that.
Yeah. But
everybody.
What I was saying is we're a pro-mafia show.
Yeah.
And, just letting anyone in the mafia know, we're cool.
The more no-show jobs, the better, I say.
No show job. Oh, I see what you're saying.
See,
Excuse me.
They went in this very late 80s, early 90s, the Japanese are going to eat us alive idea. But I would have liked for RoboCop 3, RoboCop versus RoboMafia.
Yeah.
The Robo Mafia, dude. Yeah, they keep breaking down because they're getting caught in the rain sitting outside Satriel's. Oh, fuck, it's raining again, but the gabagool.
Ferrari's making them all, and they're shipping them
Somehow I don't
containers.
breathe anymore, but I still smoke cigarettes.
There is a cigarette smoking robot in this movie.
There is. I forgot that guy smokes.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's like that little monkey you buy, that little toy monkey
Yeah.
that smokes the cigarette.
Much more expensive, though. Now, were you putting real cigarettes in that, or was it like a funny cigarette?
Like marijuana or?
No. Why would you waste a marijuana cigarette on a toy monkey?
A cigarette that's telling jokes, then, or what?
No, Steve mentioned the toy with the little monkey that would smoke, and I'm asking, did you have to actually put in a nicotine cigarette, or was it like a little toy?
I
Was
think-
it fake, or was he really smoking?
I
Is what
think
I'm
it's a
asking.
nicotine cigarette, but only after he fucks her.
Good theory. Good theory, I say.
It's kind of an inside joke if you've been listening to the show for a while.
That's right.
Who watched the movie in preparation, out of curiosity? All right.
Nice. Now it's like a holiday for you folks, right? Like every calendar year, you got to watch all them fucking things.
I do not think I've ever seen the second one, and I know that I have with you, but
Oh, yeah.
my brain doesn't tell me that I know
Yeah,
that.
no, you've physically been present in a room where we were watching it.
But
Yes.
we were doing too much nuke that night.
We were.
Yeah, so like your memory, the experience of watching the great RoboCop 2 was like,
Yeah.
And that
Just
one's
gone.
a good one, is what we're saying? Because this
I-
one's
Yeah.
this one's not.
No,
This one is
yes.
not.
But I kind of like RoboCop too.
of course.
It's the best one, of course.
It's totally fun. Irvin Kershner directs,
That's right.
Indeed.
right? So it was that after
Empire
Empire Strikes Back. That's pretty cool, right? So this is the third time this guy is patrolling your fine streets, and unfortunately, it's a different actor in the role.
And a Purchase alum. We apologize.
Yeah, we share alumni status with Robert John Burke. You may know him as IAB from Law and Order SVU.
The biggest piece of shit. Like, when he walks in, he might as well have death's robes on when he walks into that show. Like, they just turn him into the most evil motherfucker for no reason.
Olivia, I'm about to ruin this episode for everybody.
Or also, previous episode, Thinner. He's the protagonist there.
Yes.
That's right. He's the guy that got thinner.
Yes.
He's the guy that had the walking bag of Doritos.
And I think what happened before this movie, someone went up to him and was like, "A robot."
Oh no! Oh no! I'm turning into a robot.
Call my doctor again. Yeah, my piss is still black and it is oil. I'm getting worried here.
Yeah, sounds like you were cursed. Someone gave you the robo curse, I think. Did anyone come up and brush your face gently at one point?
Oh yeah, I'm just fucking with Romani left and right, just all the time.
It would have to be like a space Romani to have that type of technology, right?
Doc, I just keep on seeing zeros and ones. I don't see images anymore.
They-
just information.
The Space Romani play like fiddles, but they're like laser strings.
Hey, this sounds kind of cool, actually.
Right?
I don't know. I'd check it out.
Maybe.
So we start this movie with like, imagine Detroit, but better. Right? Because this whole franchise is about how your city is terrible. And I for one, I'm not going to sit here and take it.
No.
Right, they're proposing this Delta City construction. Honestly, that Renaissance Center you got kind of looks a little like it.
Yeah, holy, that's something. We drove by that recently.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
Shiver down my spine.
Yeah, and it's like basically the idea is like, what if gentrification happened? And the idea is it's gonna no matter what. But like, the idea is the OCP, the Omnicorp Corporation,
Yeah.
is Omni Consumer Products, right?
Oh yeah, I just did it wrong.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Steve's down with OCP.
Yeah, you know me. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like forceful relocation as opposed to like gradual relocation.
Just raise the rents, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Takes the time.
That's what New York does all the time.
That's actually true. No, but there's something in this movie like Rip Torn's on a clock for some reason. You're like, we're gonna get the fucking loan revoked.
Yeah. 3 days until the loans are called due, and they're never called due, by the way.
It's got a real like, oh no, we're gonna turn this community center into a parking lot. Bah! Oh no, RoboCop put on a talent show.
See, that's something. Low stakes RoboCop like that? Absolutely. You just got to get out on a stage like this and do like bad stand up for a little bit.
he genteelly gets a cat out of a tree. That's what I want to see. I want to see him just going like door to door, making sure everybody's happy.
Like boring cop
Yes,
work.
the most boring shit ever. That sounds great for a RoboCop.
Yeah, he gets a cat out of a tree and crushes it.
Oh no, it happened again, Lieutenant. So OCP, by the way, has been sold to the Japanese. Like there's a headline that's like, OCP is turning Japanese, and I was like, I don't think so, motion picture.
Well, they got sold to that piece of shit Kanemitsu Corporation.
Who says that?
Bradley Whitford.
Oh, it sounded like an impression of your father, so I was just curious.
My father is Bradley Whitford.
Sick.
I wish, right? I wouldn't be here.
What do you do for a living again,
not
Eric?
Not in a negative way, but you just
wouldn't have to
you
be
just be
here.
a rich guy, I'd imagine.
Sure.
You know, you'd attend the premiere of Call of the Wild, which Bradley Whitford is also in as a beleaguered man who gets a dog that runs through his house briefly. That's the extent of his role, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, don't see it.
Call of the Wild, the Harrison Ford computer dog movie?
Yeah, Computer Dog, the movie.
The computer dogs are the new RoboCops.
They are. So that movie start with the dog getting shot 40 times, and then they bring him back as a computer.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that,
Think you can fly, Rover?
See, we have to discuss this, right? Because this movie sucks shit entirely. But one of the biggest reasons it sucks so much shit is that it's like PG or PG-13.
PG-13, yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, that first movie, you're watching chunks of this guy fly off.
They cut out a lot, supposedly, according to Wikipedia, who the hell knows wrote that? Maybe Bradley Whitford's son, I don't know. That they cut out a lot of the graphic violence because the studio realized that kids love RoboCop. And it's that fucking cartoon,
It's
right?
the cartoon that did it,
It
dude.
is the cartoon, but in that case, they should have released a chunk cut.
Oh, yes.
Say again.
A chunk cut. You were saying you seeing chunks come off of
Yeah.
people.
Oh, I see.
I want a chunk cut from this movie.
I thought you were saying that there's a cut of this movie where the fat kid from the Goonies is running around doing shit.
I would also be into that.
No, I would
That
not be
sounds
into
great.
that. No.
Why are you raising your shirt, child? That's indecent exposure.
How does that have anything to do with truffles?
Get some squibs on that kid, it's a party. It's fun to look at people get shot.
I mean, it's one of the original little shit boys for you, I believe.
Definitely. I think that's what put me off the film.
Probably.
It's just a thing where it's like, you know what? And I get it's a money thing, right? But like, not everything has to be for fucking kids.
No.
Can we just have some things that are for adults that aren't pornography?
Well, I saw RoboCop when I was 6. My dad had it on VHS, and my brother saw it too. He was like 9. And the next day, we went to a Catholic school, and the next day was like around Easter, so they kind of taught everybody about the Passion. And he kept seeing RoboCop getting crucified and had like weird like kind of flashbacks because RoboCop is kind of like Jesus.
Paul Verhoeven is very unsubtle about that in the first
Yes.
film. Yes.
I assume none of you guys were in theaters to see this. You were much too young, correct?
You saw RoboCop 3 in theaters?
No. I watched this at a friend's house.
Yeah.
And he told me, "Do you want to watch RoboCop?"
Oh.
And I was watching RoboCop 3.
That's fucked up.
And
let me ask you this.
Sure.
You still friends with this person?
No.
All right.
Why? Why would you allow that to happen and then no?
No, yeah, you're not going to carry on that fucking friendship.
A
Get outta
curse
here.
on his wife and his children, as far as I'm concerned.
You know, your first clue that this wasn't RoboCop 1 was when it starts with the 3 there. When you see the big old 3, then you're like,
I don't go to the bathroom during the movie, Steven. Jesus.
No, wait, so it turns out, so you think you're settling in for Paul Verhoeven's RoboCop?
I don't know it's Paul Verhoeven. I'm a young.
It doesn't matter. RoboCop, right?
Sure.
RoboCop 3 is on screen.
That doesn't come up. I was out of the room when that happened.
Oh, so you missed it. But you realized after a fashion it wasn't RoboCop or no?
No, I
You'd
was
never
just like,
seen it.
This is a RoboCop. I'm young enough where it's like, oh, it's a RoboCop movie. I'm watching RoboCop, and that's like it.
So was there a period of time where you thought that this was the plot of the first RoboCop movie?
Yes, and I thought RoboCop sucked. I didn't understand what everybody was talking about. They were like, RoboCop rules. I'm like, no, it doesn't. I watched it. It's like, there's a kid in it. She's a hacker. I don't get it.
I want to touch on Jesus again real quick.
please.
Sure.
Because
That's what everybody's here for.
Yes, of course.
Touching on Jesus.
Because it's very interesting, right? Because Jesus Christ, famous criminal. Mm-hmm. Thin line, though, because, Jesus Cop, no. RoboCop is a cop.
Yeah.
I just think it's it's like if a Roman centurion got crucified.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the weird thing in these movies is that, like, the cops are the, infallible heroes and whatnot, which is a bit of an issue.
Yes.
We weren't really thinking about it back then in movies, but
because of all the teeming rabble in this city, apparently, right?
Well, we now in this movie we're like, oh, what if there were bad cops? So it's like, I wonder. Yeah. But it's this idea of this like weird militaristic police force that is relocating people in like weird concentration camp-esque things, but we never see what happens to them.
I think because if you see them in what we're clearly told concentration camps, like then they'd be like, wait.
They're called rehabilitation villages.
Yeah, okay.
And these guys' uniforms, obviously gray, well-dressed, and they have, I just noticed this today, their side emblem on their shoulder, it looks like if Roy Lichtenstein designed a swastika.
Very similar.
It's like pop art swastika.
Distressingly similar. And later there are hidden artworks that these cops have taken for themselves.
Dude, let me ask you this, Frank Miller, what are you talking about?
No, man.
This is what survived from the Miller script, of
Yes.
course. It had to be.
All right, you can rewrite it, but they still gotta be Nazis.
That's why he was so mad, is like they got rid of the gold teeth and the pile of shoes.
Wait, you kept the stolen art, right? Okay.
But the weird thing is like, which is always my question in the RoboCop-iverse, is like, and forgive me, and this is just a movie. Detroit is a flaming shithole in this universe. Mm-hmm. And then like, is Milwaukee like great? Like, because if that's the case, if that's the case, then I'm like going up the street, dude. It's like, you're relocating me into a concentration camp. What if I just moved, I don't know, over there?
It's a stunningly confusing part of this whole franchise because they never address like, what's going on in Chicago? Mm-hmm. What does fucking Santa Fe have to say about all this?
Yes.
It's just like Detroit is its own world in this movie. Very, very strange. And I feel it's like, so you don't have to answer these hard-hitting questions like we're asking tonight.
You just cut to a couple from like Seattle, and they're just like in a really nice kitchen, like, Mother, Detroit has now a robotic cop. That is so Detroit. That is so Detroit that they would have a robotic.
Motor City, right? They gotta put a motor in a guy.
Last night, the Giants beat the Falcons, and Detroit continues to be a feudal state.
Everything else is totally fine, but for whatever reason, this city only. Yeah, like, I don't even know. Yeah. Is Ann Arbor awesome? Like, I don't know. You can just go to Ann Arbor, like, be by the lake and shit and relax.
Can I point out, by the way, Steve was being hypothetical. Whoever yelled out no to is Ann Arbor worth a damn, we don't care. It's a fake question.
So yeah, they're getting relocated. We start with this family. Long time for RoboCop 3 for RoboCop to show up. Just an FYI.
You know what? I need this movie to start with like a RoboCop cold open. Like every Bond film, there's always a cold open. Maybe not related to the plot of the film.
I would like my
way,
oil shaken, not stirred. My name is Cop Robo.
Cop RoboCop.
There it is.
That's. But yeah, no, it's just, I don't know, it's kind of weird that I have to wait like close to 20 minutes before the titular RoboCop. And do you think it's like, there's two of these, they know what he looks like.
I'm looking forward to this RoboCop James Bond movie where he faces off with like a fax machine voiced by Jonathan Pryce.
Ooh, I'd watch that.
I want that.
Oh man, then he has to storm Michael Jackson's house.
For what?
The fax machine.
Yeah. Oh, I see.
It's
I
the
didn't
fax
put the,
machine.
It's a Finding Neverland or whatever it's called.
Yes.
No, that was that Johnny Depp movie.
Oh, right. Wait.
Where he was playing J.M. Barrie or whatever the fuck.
A great mix-up to
Someone's
happen.
made that mistake and been like, this is not what I wanted to watch.
Oh my God, when do they get to the part where he invents Peter Pan?
But
fax machine.
This little girl, Nico is her name, I believe.
Nico, the single Well, the second, I guess, biggest reason why this movie sucks shit, because not only is all the violence out of it, the main character, I hate to break it to you, is not RoboCop. It's this little girl.
A super genius, by the way.
They turned it into Inspector Gadget.
Yes.
She's Penny. All we need is a talking dog.
Go, go, Gadget sidearm.
But did the dog talk in that, or am I thinking David Berkowitz?
Yeah, you're thinking David Berkowitz. But speaking of David Berkowitz, she's got action figures of RoboCop, which you might as well have action figures of David Berkowitz and Dahmer that you're playing with. He's a famous murderer. That's all he is.
People would buy those.
100%.
Yes. But
There's
a
probably some sick fuck toy line out there that's like, here's action figure Jeffrey Dahmer.
But a little kid shouldn't have it, right?
Acid sold separately.
And
jar with dicks in it, sold separately.
Oh, it's pricey too.
You could buy his refrigerator with all the accessories.
It comes with chocolate accessories, but you can't eat them. Don't eat them.
Buy the apartment playset.
It's like, I wish that they would keep the jar with dicks in it accessory, but not behind the counter, because I hate having to ask for it.
How many times?
A lot.
I gotta buy another jar with dicks in it accessory. I'm gonna be embarrassed at the store again.
It's the only thing in the toy store you have to be 21 or over to buy.
Yeah, so this little girl's terrified, right? She asks her father, are we gonna get kicked out of this house? And this is an unintentional, hilarious ass bit of editing. This dad's like, no, it's totally fine. The police would never do that to us. Don't worry about it. Just go to sleep. You'll be. This wrecking ball breaks through this little girl's bedroom, and I am laughing my tits off.
It's hard to get over, honestly.
And then in the background, I'd buy that for $1.
Dude, yeah.
I'm glad he's still in business.
But there's a couple of times, this included, where it reminds you, like, there was one time a better movie called RoboCop, and you could be watching it right now.
Well, I think
but your friend lied to you at the sleepover, and it's RoboCop 3.
Look, if I had just not had to pee, we would have been all set.
I mean, to your friend, give your friend some credit here. It was the latest RoboCop. It was the hottest thing, right? It's
the new one.
It's a new one.
Okay, but
Also,
you said RoboCop.
I'm gonna do something I don't do ever, is give you some credit. Because, listen, you had to go to the bathroom, right? And this movie's title card sequence doesn't start till 10 minutes into the movie. So maybe you thought there wasn't one.
Yeah, that's possible. And I guess if I had watched it, I would have thought the name of the movie was 3.
It does start with a 3 first, does it not? That's dumb.
Okay, I guess.
Aren't you happy though, Steve, that this follows your sequel legislation?
Yeah, well, you know what the fuck you're getting, unless you go to the bathroom, apparently. You know exactly what you're getting.
I was younger, Steven. God damn it.
It's RoboCop 3, and so they're all getting loaded onto buses, and it's very traumatic. And CCH Pounder, who may also be a RoboCop, just in general. I think she's got some robot parts.
That's the name Pounder. Sounds robotic.
CCH Pounder.
Yeah.
CCH Pounder, freeze scumbag.
Exactly. That's what she says to scripts she doesn't like.
Freeze scumbag?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, so she's leading the resistance team.
Yeah.
We do have, they're called straight up the rebellion. Also, it's a weird, there's Nazis, but also they're making you think about Star Wars.
Constantly. Yeah. They're like, now give up the location of the rebel base, please.
The Nazi shit is really intense in this scene where they're separated, because literally they're separating the kid from the parents.
Yeah.
One is going away, one is going into a bus, and the next thing we know about these people is they died.
Yeah, they were shot trying to escape.
Sure.
Frank Miller, what the fuck?
Having fun, I guess.
And the head of this force, it's a relocation force that's a mercenary unit that they do the Amazon War, which is interesting.
Right, the Amazon War has been going. I think that's coming up, right? That's I can't get my package in time for Christmas.
We're trying to start it, dude, right? It's first take over space and then turn them lasers back on Earth.
Might as well end it, right? Earth?
Bezos, I think, is trying to do it. This is the titular Amazon Wars we're talking about.
Look, we will have the supply chains ready for the Amazon Wars.
Garrett, robotic copper will come to save us all during the. Where am I? What's this? What happened?
He's got a jetpack, man. He'll deliver your package.
It's just like the Rocketeer. I remember seeing him up in the sky. I loved him.
Yeah, RoboCop, just, on your way home, deliver some packages.
Oh, God damn it, man. Why was there only one Rocketeer movie? There should have been at least 3. Fuck.
What is RoboCop doing in between shifts, by the way? Pick up a broom. You know what, dude? You don't sleep. You don't eat.
He just, sits there and shits oil out or something.
Yeah. Charging, I assume, a
Oh,
battery.
so it takes forever?
Yeah.
You got to put him on low power mode. That way he charges faster.
Well, see, there's a couple of things you can do here with a RoboCop, much like an electric car, right? If you get to an actual RoboCop charging station, it's only like a 2-hour thing until you get the full charge.
Yeah.
But if you get the plug, you pull the cord out of his ass and you plug him into the wall, that's like a 6-8 hour charge right there.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so it's all a voltage thing. That's why he's got to sleep at the police station.
The ass plug.
Jill Hennessy's gonna have to plug him in after she's done flirting with this microwave that talks.
Well, he's very sexy, Chris. What with his face being stretched over a fucking robotic skeleton?
Sure.
Yuck.
And by the third movie, I think RoboCop should have been promoted by now. Maybe as commandant of a police academy.
Robo Chief.
He could be like Sergeant Eric. No, not Sergeant. Commandant Eric Lassard in in Police Academy.
There it is.
Robo.
Yeah, well, Mahoney, I cannot receive a blowjob behind this podium. My genitals were burned and shot off by Clarence Boddicker.
I do wish there was more it would be great if he was training a new RoboCop in this one, right? He's got a RoboCop partner.
Why would one robot need to train another robot?
It takes a while to get used to being RoboCop.
This is the charging chair. It's pretty cool.
Oh, by the way, you may have some vague memories of a family that you once called your own. Just shake it off. You'll never see them again.
He's training his new partner a boombox that he just carries around the station, Steve.
Let's go, boombox.
No, it's like a cop that stubs his toe. It's sprains his ankle. He goes to the hospital oh, you're ruined. You better become the new RoboCop. What? We just need a new RoboCop. You're a good size.
But it's just my ankle.
No,
the rest of my body's totally fine.
Saw off all of your body.
Why don't you just sign this paperwork to get your health insurance and your RoboCop thing on?
Now everyone will be calling you Robo, but technically we are the undead.
Dude, there's a couple parts of this movie where people are calling him Robo, and I'm like, I don't know about that. It's either Mr. RoboCop, I would say, or Officer RoboCop.
I think Rip Torn calls him Mr. RoboCop in this movie.
That's some respect, at least.
Yeah.
You just don't go up to Robert De Niro and call him Bobby.
Yes. That's true.
Don't do this shit.
Also, though, when Rip Torn says Mr. RoboCop, he didn't know the cameras were rolling.
Although this British Nazi officer, McDaggett, probably calls him Bobby.
Oh, yes, it's a Robo-Bobby. I see what you have here.
This is disgusting. A Robo-Bobby, yes. Oh, God.
Oh, hello there, Robo-Bobby. Let me ask you a couple of questions about your body now. Is it just the face? Any nipples left under there or what?
Can you make facial expressions, Robo-Bobby? Or are you like the ones we have guarding our queen? They are also undead.
I bet they wish they were undead.
I do like this guy going to Detroit and being like, now, remind me, it's been a while since I've been to America. That is the city with the RoboCop in it. There's only one.
There's literally thousands of cities across this continent, but only one has a robotic Bobby.
And there's only one in the whole. Okay, I can dismantle that fucker.
But I think Steve, you sort of mentioned that at one point, right? Maybe it was backstage, but this is the third movie. Training another RoboCop. Maybe it's an army of RoboCops, and the whole operation goes tits up, and then only the OG Alex Murphy can save the day.
That's a movie.
It's literally
Like
something.
They could be the reinforcements for the Amazon War.
It's like the Clone Wars, and they just have a bunch of RoboCops made by some long-necked alien.
Yeah. And if you want to learn anything about it, you got to watch 7 seasons of a fucking cartoon show I couldn't care about.
And yet it's still kind of incomprehensible.
But yeah, so they're getting relocated, and he does have this CCH pattern blows some shit up. They kind of kidnap this girl.
It's sort of like if we leave her there, they're gonna kill her. So now we just have this child. Great.
And now you know she's really cool because she hijacks Ed 209 from the last movie.
This is bullshit. You have the coolest part of that second movie come into this one, and this is the only scene this little robot has? I don't think so. They should take him and like recruit him. You guys remember Ed 209? It's the big motherfucker thing from the second movie?
Someone should ride him like a horse.
Oh, now we're talking.
Absolutely.
That's how that little girl can make herself useful.
Yeah.
She's just riding this
She
thing.
should climb all over it like Totoro.
He's in the first movie too, right?
Yeah, he is.
Yep.
Yes,
Thumbs
that's
up.
right.
Totoro.
Yes.
So I like the idea of Totoro with guns. That's kind of cool.
That's like a good one.
Not exactly Miyazaki's sweet movie, but it's like, yeah, with guns.
Yeah, like he still starts off as a furry school bus, but then he turns into Ed 209.
Yeah, then it's just every other anime.
Careful, we're in public.
That's true. I forgot the Japanese did take over.
Good gravy.
But yeah, so this is, she hijacks Ed 209. There's a bunch of good character actors in this. Stephen Root shows up.
So many
Stephen
good
Root.
ones.
You got Daniel von Bargen, I believe his name is, on
Mr.
Seinfeld.
Kruger,
Yep.
yeah.
Malcolm in the Middle for a fashion, yep. That guy. We already mentioned CCH. There's a lot of there's a lot of character
Jill
actors.
Hennessy. I mean, it's just
Yeah,
overflowing.
It's kind of the only thing that saves this movie is that it's dumb as shit, but there's at least like a bunch of, and Whitford, character actor, great folks along the way to elevate this horse shit.
We mentioned
bit.
Rip Torn. I mean, their performances is what makes this sort of a movie.
Almost.
Almost gets there.
So their whole thing is that when they encounter Ed 209, what they're doing is they're trying to rob the like police armory, which like, I guess on the one hand, you're like, all right, there's this gigantic robot monster. That's enough to guard the armory, but like, this little kid hacks it in 2 seconds, and then there's no other security.
Just
Seems
take
like
it
a
home,
bit of a flub.
right? Just take Ed 209.
That's the only gun you need. If you hack that thing and he's on your side, you don't need any other rifles.
Look, they want some variety, okay? This armory apparently has guns with bayonets on it, muskets. These people are running around with these fucking... It looks like a duel is going to take place at some point in this.
Maybe the last duel, possibly?
Yes, possibly that one.
Oh, shit.
There is a guy that sort of looks like Ridley Scott in this.
He does, kind of, the dude with the hat.
He's like the fourth guy and like the head of the resistance.
Yeah,
Does
you
look
got
like
you
Ridley
got you
Scott.
folks know that guy with the hat.
Looks like Ridley Scott is wearing a hat in this movie, you know.
They wind up going. The cops get called eventually, so they're like on a chase, and now RoboCop, 16 minutes in, is being mentioned.
You see his face.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
No,
all you
not
see.
a face, the visor.
The visor,
Yeah,
I
it's
guess.
just the visor.
Robo eyes.
And it's like, again, why are you teasing it? It's the third movie. I know what RoboCop looks like.
They keep on saying, well, this is why I was fooled. They're like, Murphy, 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 Murphy for 15 minutes. And I'm like, oh, I'm built up now. A robot face. This is a RoboCop. Okay, I could get into a RoboCop movie, and then, of course, it sucked.
And Nancy Allen is at a donut shop that gets almost robbed. Proprietor Jeff Garlin.
Yes, donut clerk Jeff Garlin in this movie.
IMDb trivia, and again, always a grain of salt, says that he ate 36 donuts while filming this
What?
scene.
100% believe it.
36!
I thought he liked to eat cheese.
And
Was
donuts.
that movie? There's a movie that he made was like, I like cheese
Yeah,
eating.
I think it's literally called that. Like
I want
cheese.
someone to eat cheese
Oh,
with.
there it
Oh.
is. Yeah.
It's because it's a romantic movie about cheese eating, Eric.
Oh,
But,
man.
but I mean, I feel like they're like, all right, Jeff, we just got to redo the Did you just eat another donut? We're
Is there,
okay.
is there a donut in your mouth right now?
It's not even in the script that you have to eat any donuts.
The craft services is over there. You don't have to keep eating this company's donuts.
Okay, so we're just
Jeff.
gonna have to go out for more fucking donuts. So we're gonna be late. We're gonna be late again. Okay, no, that's fine, Jeff. You are a method actor.
Wait a second. Half of these were fake. He's eating the fake donuts.
All of our styrofoam donuts are gone.
So do you think if you went back and like watched, like if you're checking for donut continuity?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Don't
a
say
great
what I'm
call.
about to say, buddy. It makes it less fucking funny if you say it a half a second before I do. It's very frustrating. It's totally fine. But yeah, I think, it's like jelly, glaze, chocolate.
Just doing it.
Just doing it. I feel if you went back and looked, it's a bunch of different donuts, and I feel that that's a right fact. It's correct. 36. Would you say 36?
36 in like a 36
In a row?
In a 36-minute shoot was how it worked. It was one donut per minute.
Look, I'm a professional. You need me to do it again?
So it wasn't even like a Cool Hand Luke thing where he was going to win something at the end?
So how does it feel to be a rocket scientist? That's his big line of the movie.
That is his big line.
Because the joke is it's a donut shop. The guy tries to rob it, and there's a bunch of cops there.
Oh my God, can you even fucking stand it? How hilarious is that, huh?
They introduce Ann Lewis, the former, I didn't know it, the partner of RoboCop, like Max at the beginning of Rushmore. Like, she has a paper up, and like you just hear the cops going, Lewis, 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 and it just cranes in on her. Me?
She walks up to the chalkboard and solves all crime, and like the cop teacher's like, "That's incredible. I didn't know not even I or my professors at Cop Harvard could do that."
But
you cut to Brian Cox. That's the worst cop we've got.
But why they're cheering her name, it's not because they like think she's great or, anyone acknowledges her previous adventures with RoboCop. It's because they're all fighting over whose turn it is to do their job.
Yeah.
They're like the call comes over and it's like, oh my God, the police armory got robbed. Holy shit, that's a big deal. And they're all like, all right, it's Johnson's turn.
Yeah.
And then Johnson's like, no, it's fucking Franklin's turn. And it's like a diner of cops yelling about who's going to go pull somebody over.
We're only going to send one cop to this armory. That's it.
And one of these cops that don't want to do their job is Shane Black, right?
Yes.
That's right.
It's pretty neat.
He's got to be buds with, what's-his-face, dude who directed this, right?
Fred Dekker?
Fred Dekker, right? Who did Monster Squad, which Shane Black's also in.
But so what is RoboCop doing right? I know he's not at the donut shop because he's not allowed because people would just throw up.
You know what? I don't have to eat, but it would just be nice to be invited.
I can chew it and spit it out,
Oh my God.
How do they...
Oh, no way!
That would be something, but also like...
Garland's hovering over the table.
He's got like that bucket you get when you're at a wine tasting. He just is eating donuts and spitting it out. This is what it's like to be a cop again.
How do they keep his flesh from rotting? Like, you'd think his face would be baby food. You're right in the first movie, right?
They just smear it on his face or what?
He eats baby food.
Oh, he eats it. Okay.
Does he have to shave then if it's living tissue?
Ooh,
That's a good question.
I am RoboCop, but now I've got a mustache.
I have to be careful doing this or over the sink. The water can rust the other part of my head.
I do like the idea of him like slinging a towel over his shoulder.
Yes.
Uh-oh, I cut myself. Doesn't matter.
Someone will buff it out at the precinct.
Jill will handle this. Oh, no, not Jill. I'm sorry. Her name is Dr. Lazarus in this movie.
Shut the fuck up already, Frank Miller! Shut the fuck up!
Dr. Resurrection.
I just got that.
Oh. So maybe it's smarter than we realized.
Doctor, another chance.
All your favorite characters from the Bible are here. They should make that a comic book. I think that'd be more digestible.
What, the Bible?
Yeah.
I'm sure
they've
somebody's wasted all sorts of time doing that.
I would be first in line for that Lot single issue.
A lot of people turn to salt. They go, they take the wrong turn, and now they're in the splatterpunk zone, which is kind of cool.
Oh, right. Well, we should say, so she does give chase. It's her and this other partner, I guess. Which, is she not partners with RoboCop in this movie?
Maybe they had an argument.
Oh.
What, you really don't think 10121 10110 is true?
Oh, so he does a bunch of robot speak, and so it's like a Han Solo Chewbacca thing.
Exactly.
Like she understands him, but like we never get the subtitles.
Or he like finally, and they're always at the end of every shift. They're like, "Dude, come on down to McGillicuddy's, have a drink with us." He's like, "No, I can't. I'm a robot." And the one time he goes, he comes in, and she's already telling the story like, "He smells so bad. Oh my God, he's here."
It's like rotting flesh and baby food all day, and sort of like a milk odor.
No, don't worry about it. I'll leave.
Murphy, I have to talk to somebody about it, okay? I have to vent somehow.
I'm going. Thanks for nothing. Here's money. And he's like smashing into the table. Does he have a wallet? Oh my God, does he have a wallet?
I think it's a thing where like a little drawer comes out of the side and there's like change and shit in there. It also serves as a cup holder if I leave it open.
Hold on, I've got a single here somewhere.
Oh man, that would have been a great America. If Paul Verhoeven was empty, if they made an American Express commercial.
Yes.
I've got it.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit, dude. Totally.
Never leave home without it, as I literally can't because it's part of me.
Because I still have to charge. I have to get up to 65% tonight.
You know, Steve, you perfectly described credit scores.
It is a part of you all the
That's
time.
right. The credit score is already inside of you.
Oh wow, I've achieved 758. That's great.
So CCH Pounder has taken the little hacker genius into a church with Bargen and Ridley Scott.
Yeah.
Rehab.
Yes.
The bad cops know where they are. And RoboCop and Lewis are the last ones there. And what happens? Lewis gets blown the fuck away.
She gets murdered.
This is a real like, all right, I know I'm contracted for 3 of these.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't say how long I have to stay in the third one. So please kill me. I can't.
Yes.
I cannot be the partner of a RoboCop anymore. This is fucking humiliating. I've worked with Brian De Palma, goddammit.
Well, you know she's gonna die because they're like, "Hey, Lewis, you want your body armor?" And she's like, "No, I'm good." I'm like, "Oh, that's not a good idea."
It's just like, you live in, we're told, it's like 2044 or whatever, and like, you sneeze the wrong way, someone shoots you in the face. So
Yes.
like, I don't know, take that body armor. I think this is a suicide.
And this is right after RoboCop saved her from the splatterpunks, and the splatterpunks are fantastic characters because even in 1993 we're terrified of the idea of the Sex Pistols.
Yeah. The Astor Place rebels are going to come after you.
And we get to see that fella, the guy from Frankenhooker, get shot.
Oh my God, yeah. So there's a car chase that happens here, and they T-bone this dude who's dressed like a fucking terrible stand-up comedian, and he's like making a big deal about it. And they're like, oh no, like these fucking gutter punks are everywhere, something might happen. And this guy's like mouthing off, like, talking shit and everything, and he gets like instantly assassinated, and boy, does it feel good.
It's good, and this is when RoboCop shows up, and
It's style. He shows up in style.
Yeah.
Because like you see him like getting primed for, whatever he's about to do, and then
This
you
is
realize
style. Driving off a fucking parking garage.
and he pulls a fucking Dominic Toretto, dude. He drives right off this parking garage and lands perfectly in front
And
of
then
them.
shoots his own roof open. It's like, there's a door, RoboCop. We keep telling you.
This happens multiple times in this movie. This dude's shooting holes in shit to walk through like he's a cartoon character. Either one, just Frankenstein your way through the door and break it down, or just use the handle. You have a fucking hand. You're a robot.
You have a human mind somewhere in there.
I've always wanted to do this.
I've always hated doors. Murphy hated doors.
It's amazing you say. Actually, I think if they were, they did that terrible remake with Joel Kinnaman.
Oof.
Honestly, Vin Diesel as RoboCop,
Yes.
he doesn't have to act at all. He just has to say robotic shit. That's perfect for him.
He's been playing RoboCop for fucking 9 movies then. What are you talking about?
Just put the visor over him. He's there. He's ready to do it.
It's about family. He's a robot and he tries chugging Corona and fucking sparks start shooting out of him wildly.
This is tearing me up inside. Why did I do this? But the problem with John Robert Burke is like he's doing this thing. He's trying to do like a Peter Weller impression, but he's got like his lips. He has to like. He's like, "You called for backup."
He has to do duck lips a little
Yes,
bit.
he's doing duck lips a
little,
lot.
Yeah, you're right. It's like a little of this.
I know.
Free scumbag.
Now, is that like, did he research, do dead lips stick up more than, like, is there like a rigor mortis of the lip?
He went method with it.
Yeah.
RoboCop wants to kiss. That's all I can do.
Ooh, nice little cold kiss from RoboCop.
dude.
Does he have a full
Ice
tongue?
cold.
Does he have a full tongue?
Yeah, you see him talking. He's got a tongue and teeth and whatnot.
I like the idea of RoboCop 4 : cold kiss.
No, Fred, you have to understand the skin should be much darker. Something like it should be blue, like drained of life. That should be how it is.
Just a cold, dry tongue rubbing up on you.
Making out with me is like making out with a cat.
I think this is again why Nancy Allen isn't writing with RoboCop. That Christmas party got out of control. We were both curious and we were both let down.
I shouldn't have put you up on the Xerox machine like that.
That's a threesome, dude.
He was already in a relationship with the Xerox machine and decided to spice it up after 5 or 10 years.
You know, me and my lady liked your vibe.
He was my roommate in college.
You want to go in the back and copy?
Oh, you want to put your tits on her screen. Real original.
That's grotesque.
Yeah, it certainly is.
So the splatterpunks were trying to light up RoboCop, and it doesn't really work. Cyborg eats bullets.
That's right. Cyborg does eat bullets.
Not today.
So eventually, yes, as Chris pointed out, they make their way to a church safe house, and then this is where they roll up, and then they're just Nazis. I mean, the Nazis in this
they're just
movie
Nazis.
also roll up.
But there's a lot of like RoboCop admiring the cross as well. Like, I remember that guy.
Well, after Lewis gets shot, he does do the Pieta for a minute there.
Yes, he kind of does. Where you got to sort of like Frankenstein a little bit, like dragging her through the church.
Yeah, so like these, what's this bad guy's name again?
McDaggett.
McDaggett rolls up and he's like, "Oh, hello there, RoboCop. Yes, I see you. I see you there with your little partner. Well, we're going to go in this church and we're going to relocate all these people." And then like RoboCop's like having this like, you see, it's a fucking, ladies and gentlemen, it is a robot having a crisis of faith, which is pretty darn funny. Because he's got the stupid like protocols that are going in front of his visor, and it's like, be a cop, don't hurt cops, whatever the fuck. Protect public trust is number one.
He starts like short circuiting because it says like to serve and protect, and it's just like, what?
Murder loiterers is like number 6.
It says, and then like protocol 4 is like you won't hurt an OCP agent, so you can't like shoot them or whatever. But then Nancy Allen comes in and she's like, "Step aside, robot. I don't want to be alive anymore," and like pulls a pistol on these dudes. And this fucking McDaggett is just like, "Oh yes, this will be quite fun." She gets laid out.
It's
a
pretty
huge
good.
machine gun.
It's pretty close to like what happens to Murphy, so I thought maybe she was going to become a lady RoboCop.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of awes in the audience. Do you want them to fall in
They
love?
want
That would be nice.
Imagine a robo girlfriend.
Here's the thing. I think that's why Nancy Allen pulled the plug. She was like, "Look, this is the third one of these. Bet you dollars to donuts they're going to make me fuck this thing." And honestly, I would rather be dead.
Well, the lady RoboCop does factor in. I have to, a brief aside. If you get the chance to watch the Siskel and Ebert review
Chris
of
and I
this movie,
we were watching this before the show. It's fun.
Siskel is, of course, hated the shit out of this, and it's just like, I would have liked something cornier, like, I don't know, a lady robot. And then Roger Ebert, horn dog of the century, is like, could you talk a little bit more about that?
He jumps up.
Could you
He jumps up and he's like,
talk about her ass a little bit? How about that?
I think he even says like, we're gonna have to talk more about this after the show.
Then, he says that, and Gene Siskel's like, "Oh, okay, buddy. Okay, can we get to the next movie?" No. Talk about breasts a little bit more.
See, and this is unfortunate, right? Because like, you can find them on YouTube. There's all the outtakes of them like arguing with each other when they were off the air about whatever. Why isn't that argument one of the outtakes?
Well, Raj, you really creeped me out tonight, man. I don't know what the fuck that was about.
I'm just saying, it's been 3 movies. Maybe this time he gets laid.
Now, just tell me, Gene, how would insertion work? How could you map out how insertion would work for me?
I'm leaving.
Wait, you can email me or write me a letter.
Well, Roger, I guess you'd have to take the gas cap off first.
Oh, I like where you're going with that one.
Maybe this has started the whole thing of their breakup.
Oh, that makes
Now
sense.
I'm just picturing a condom filling with gasoline.
Gene,
I think the rebels actually use that as a weapon at some
They
point.
do.
In this show.
Gene Siskel opens a Christmas card from Roger Ebert. It's just this erotic drawing of a lady RoboCop.
That's
holidays.
on the internet. That's already on DeviantArt,
it is
guaranteed.
indeed.
I love that when she's dying, he's like, let me do you one favor by recording your untimely demise.
Oh my God, dude, it's a Robo Snuff film.
I want to watch the lights go out.
It's
Rewind.
Very, you're
Rewind. Rewind.
My last words were, RoboCop, don't film this. Like, I'm actually shitting my pants right now and I'm scared. I don't want this forever.
I didn't sign a release form or anything.
RoboCop, go to private mode. Private mode.
She's just lost 21 grams. Her soul has left her body.
I do love the Robert John Burke delivery of Officer Down.
Aww. That's like what you should have yelled when she got shot to shit out on the front porch, by the way.
The soul question's interesting. Do you think RoboCop, like, does he have half a soul? Is like half of Murphy in heaven?
RoboCop will go right to hell.
Yep.
Yeah.
So half of him is in hell? I mean, because it's not like he's a full human
Well, I mean, he's an abomination against God.
Yeah.
He's got to go to hell.
He's a golem, practically.
He is more or less a golem.
Yeah.
Please get this piece of paper out of my mouth.
Stop touching my face so much, please.
Vin Diesel could play a golem as well.
Yeah.
It's kind
Absolutely.
of surprising he hasn't yet, man.
Honestly, they should remake that old German expressionist film into like a new franchise. I would watch the
Derek
fuck out of
Golem,
it.
dude, that could have been part of the Dark Universe.
Absolutely.
Still give him the same mushroom bowl haircut.
Yeah, so I know it's the golem. I've seen the first movie.
That's the only way you know.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you were watching Gollum 3 and you didn't even fucking know it. You went to the bathroom.
Look, I went to the bathroom when the 3 came up, okay?
Wait, there's more Gollum movies? Shit.
The Empire Strikes Back guy made a Robo movie?
They go underneath. RoboCop gets shot to shit as well. He's like damaged. So this like gives you even less time with RoboCop because it's like, I'm gonna take a nap for the middle of the movie.
I need to get to a phone charger immediately.
Well, yeah. Mick Daggett, the worst McDonald's sandwich ever released, fucking loads a fucking rocket into his chest. And that's what ends him for good.
I ordered my McDaggett without cheese. This is ridiculous.
Yes, the McDaggett, a boiled mutton with ketchup and lettuce.
I love how McDaggett frames him for murder.
Yes. Because I don't know. I can't believe that RoboCop murdered that lady. That was terrible.
And it's a weird thing when you realize like they have control over the news outlet or whatever because they're just reading this bullshit story about like RoboCop has killed all of these other cops or whatever.
I am so sorry that RoboCop ate your lunch. I know he doesn't eat, but yeah, I know it was clearly marked in the fridge and RoboCop just came in.
Oh yes, he ate your chips. I'm afraid he thought they were microchips. And I know I do not smell like Doritos.
Oh, you know what? Robo-Bobby, I believe, was the one peeing on the seat in the men's room. Yes, definitely Robo-Bobby.
Oh, yes, Robo Bobby. I'm enjoying some coffee. I just used your sister, the coffee maker.
That's fucked up, man.
You deal with it. You'll never take my job.
She's not my sister. She's my ex-girlfriend, creep.
Well, now I've put my grounds in her. Staked my claim. I think I'll have a fresh cup.
Keep going.
So,
what else with coffee? Oh yeah, thank you, Chris, because I also put my cream in there.
There we go. I was waiting for it. Come on.
I like it with a little milk.
Yeah, you were like making your way,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
you stopped, and you backed up a little bit, and then you went through the wall.
Usually I put cream in my tea. I drink my
give
own
up.
cum.
And creamer.
Meanwhile, back
British
at
tradition.
Oh, excellent. Back at OCP headquarters, this is where we meet like Rip Torn and Bradley Whitford.
Yeah.
This is like, I guess it's just this thing about like this, they all have like tons of stock shares in this company and everything like that. And that's why like OCP employees are committing suicide at like record rates because the company's failing.
maybe look at what I don't know. I guess the job market is dire with the Amazon war and all. But
that
I
could
mean,
be.
find something else. I don't know, right? Like, don't jump out of a skyscraper.
They're all acting like this is the fucking stock market crash.
Yeah. Although these are, we're making fun of this, but like those are the best parts of the movie. I love seeing that guy jump out the window.
They are like supposed to be comedic. Like there's this lady just like, honey, it's not there. She's on a video phone and her husband's getting up in the window about to jump out. She's like, honey, it's no big deal. Just come home. And he's like, hello.
And then Bradley Whitford's like, oh yeah, I would never do that. I would eat a bullet first.
Yes.
And this is when he gets fired. Off-screen suicide. Kind of want to watch him shoot himself.
I do want to watch him.
Of course I do. There's no kindas about it.
This is where he says he walks into this meeting room when Rip Torn's there with the Japanese robot. And that's where he says, this piece of shit Kanemitsu Corporation. And Rip Torn's face like, no!
Shut up! One of them's here. And this is just Otomo is the name of this guy.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert: he's secretly a robot. It's so stupid.
Here you give me a fucking robot with a cyber blade. I'm way into it, but then you got to do it. You can't just have him in 3 scenes.
No. And he should be talking.
Yeah.
Talking all sorts of shit. Be like an actual villain for a film.
I just realized there are, as we see towards the end of the film, there are 3 of these guys identical. Maybe that's what the titular 3 at the start was.
Oh.
Because it's more well, I wish it was his movie. I wish they gave this guy more to do.
Are they all shipped to America? How does that work?
Maybe like in pieces, and then they're built once they get here.
Got it.
That sounds right.
But, the supply chain.
Oh, God damn it, man, the supply chain.
No more new RoboCops. I'm sorry, everybody.
Who wants ice cream? I'm tired.
You might have to open your RoboCop presents in January this year. Or maybe order your RoboCops now in October.
But yeah, this guy's investigating where the rebels are. And again, this is why while RoboCop is fully sleeping in this movie, he's down. The girl tries to hack him. They have to get Jill Hennessy involved, and it's almost a romantic thing, but not really. Like, they pull back a big way.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a thing where if we had Jill Hennessy a night at home, you know, she's living at home, maybe she's got a couple of cats or some shit, and then it's she sits down, a bunch of containers of old Chinese food, and then it's she's just realizing she's fantasizing about Murphy. And then she's got a crush on RoboCop. That would be awesome.
Well,
something.
Well, there is that scene. The kid falls asleep on his lap at one moment, and Jill Hennessy comes in, and there's definitely a moment where she's looking boy, that garbage truck would make a great father. Oh boy!
I think, is this after the scene where RoboCop has his memory thing where it looks like the Regal Cinemas roller coaster? You're waiting for the movie to start, and it's and then it's enjoy the show. But then
popcorn.
Then he sees his dead, not dead wife, but he's dead.
Mrs. Murphy.
Mrs. Murphy.
Lewis, who's the second Mrs. Murphy.
And now Lazarus. He's taking a shine on these 3 ladies.
And he morphs them together I don't care. They're all kind of the same kind of a thing.
It doesn't matter. Not like I could do anything about it anyway.
And they all have, they look like they're naked, there's nothing on the shoulders, so it looks like the Michael Jackson black or white video for a moment.
It definitely does. That's weird.
You're white, you're white. Go to me to be, hey.
And you're white again.
But yeah, the rebels bring Jill Hennessy because they're hey, this thing, we can't get it to boot up. We know that you're the expert here. Do we have to reset it? Do I have to push 2 buttons at the same time and hold it for 10 seconds?
We've got him sitting in rice right now, and that's not working.
I have been on hold with this fucking 800 number for 35 minutes. We figured it would be easier if we just brought you in.
And so she starts fucking with him, and this is like basically the first movie again, right? Where like he keeps fading in and out, and
you get
they're like,
5
put
of them.
that shit back in,
Dude, yeah, you're getting like surgery goofs.
Yeah.
Where like he I guess comes out of sleep mode because it's not, I almost said like anesthetic, but clearly not, it's a robot. But he comes out of sleep mode and it's like you got like Daniel von Bargen leading this surgery and then like something pops off and like sprays in CCH Pounder's face and like I'm not tuning into this for the laughs.
I'm sorry you excited me. I was having a dream about 3 women.
But we do this like we're gonna turn. Fuck! He woke up. Turn it off, and then like he wakes back up again. Another silly thing happens. Oh no! It happened again. Turn off RoboCop.
He really smells like shit. Oh God, he's listening. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
They're holding what is his replacement heart. It looks like a wet coffee grinder.
And what are we doing here? Like, what is this replacement heart?
Because I mean, whatever happened, the rocket is what happened to the heart.
Oh yeah, so
But he has a human heart?
Maybe it is. Maybe do you think they cut it out of someone?
I think they fucking bumped him up on the transplant list, and that's pretty mean.
So
There's others waiting.
He's already dead.
My wife is going to die so that this guy who died 5 years ago can still be a living abomination? Okay, sounds good.
And how many hearts has he been through in these 3 movies so far?
And
Okay.
He actually hates living? Okay.
Interesting.
Well, maybe the guy was like upset, but then it was like, oh wait, it's for RoboCop?
Good too
totally
much.
fine.
Thank
My
you for
hero?
Yes, thank you for your service, RoboCop. You take
Don't
my
mention it.
Do your part, dude. Do your part to help RoboCop.
Yeah.
But yeah, this Otomo kind of just goes around. He finds like these hillbillies that he murders really quickly. This is the very famous, very cool scene where the guy hits him with the pipe and the jaw moves around a little bit.
I love this effect. Here.
It's so great because like when this robot gets his jaw like totally fucked up, he looks exactly like Robert Zedar.
Yes, he does.
100%.
I love it.
Like a hot Robert Zedar, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, not too shabby. Too bad it's all puppet work. But actually, this guy playing the character is quite attractive. We meet him like with his shirt off. He's got like a sexy chest tattoo and whatnot.
Oh my God!
You could put a charcuterie platter on that chest. Ooh. My God.
And since he's a robot, you could actually cut the meat on it too.
Indeed. Ooh.
I love the thing about.
You all right?
You're all right.
Hold on. Oh no, we'll give him a second.
You could cut the cheese on
Okay.
it too.
We're talking about olives and gherkins and.
Pardon me.
Gherkin is small pickle.
They're merkins because RoboCop would need a merkin because he doesn't
absolutely,
have
that's true.
any pubic hair.
My pubes were all singed when I was murdered originally. But thankfully, the Detroit Police Department shelled out a couple more bucks for a merkin.
It would be cool if RoboCop wore underwear. It's just everything else is the same, but he's wearing boxer shorts.
Like Superman?
Yeah, exactly.
Like just underwear outside the metal?
That would have been a very weird Fruit of the Loom ad.
Do you think like when RoboCop, if he ever like, someone on the force has like a barbecue or something.
Sure.
Like, oh, hey, RoboCop, come to my Memorial Day barbecue. Do you think RoboCop then dresses like every off-duty cop where it's like a tight pair of dungarees with a fucking tucked in polo shirt. The back of it says, don't worry, I'm definitely not a cop. Like his casual wear. I wish they would I don't know, put a fucking hoodie on him at one point.
Burger me. Give me the burger.
Wow, does anybody need me to tap this keg? The last one kicked.
Anyone else want baby food on their burger?
Can you believe the Detroit Lions lost that game? They had a win probability of 66.1%. It's insane that they actually lost that game.
Murphy, never tell me the odds.
I'll cut a hole in the watermelon. You get the vodka bottle. Party here.
I love this scene though where Jill Hennessy like gets down to this underground lair and realizes that RoboCop's there. Like you mentioned, the kid is like sitting there with RoboCop. It's a weird like pseudo Santa Claus situation, but like it's so goddamn it's so funny because this little girl is like, you know what, RoboCop? It's so great to be teamed up with you. I can't wait till we can hit the streets and find my parents. And you see RoboCop like, wait a minute. And he does a little like RoboCop cycling through his computer brain, and he finds the picture of the father, and it's like, shot dead. And then scrolls some more and finds the mother, additionally shot dead.
Well,
and then he's like, yeah, the great thing is your parents will always be with you if you remember them.
Isn't Dr. Lazarus kind of like a mother to you now? A little bit.
Your parents are currently offline.
I didn't have the heart to tell you because I literally don't have a heart right now.
My programming doesn't let me soften blows. Your family is murdered.
So this kid puts her head down on his lap, and like, for a moment he's like, should I do it? Okay, I'm going to do it. And somebody put a petting protocol in RoboCop.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, I've crushed her skull.
Yep.
Dude, that's what it looks like. He's looking like, oh, fuck, take it easy now. You've crushed things like this before.
Remember Lewis's cat that you murdered.
And then Lewis's second cat.
Then she stopped inviting me over.
Tell me about the rabbits, Lewis. Tell me about the rabbits.
We got a great scene where, like, if this was a better movie, it would be awesome, where Atomo goes to, like, this gas station because after he kills this hillbilly, he pulls out this little, like, transparent piece of, like, plastic paper with, like, a little route on it. So he steals a map of the entire city of Detroit from this gas station.
Here's the thing. If you guys are ever going to become insurgents or whatever, just tell your friends the cross streets as to where you are. Don't draw a fucking map.
And don't put the route on the map in bright red and almost say you are here at the end.
Yeah, you never know when a computer might find that.
But this is just, it's so stupid because this guy's like, he opens up this map of your whole city, your whole big, beautiful city, and places this piece of paper down and is like, got it, that's where they are.
I do like the scene of him hassling a shopkeep, you know?
That's the scene that would be better because in a better movie that's made for adults and we're not trying to sell fucking toys and cartoon episodes, he would have butchered this guy.
Oh, yeah.
And it would have been fucking
But,
hilarious
hey,
and it would have been great.
He fucked up his sign, which is pretty cool. At least he did some property damage. That's what I care about.
They're out there breaking the windows of the Best Buys. No!
A robot stole my map.
Yeah, he starts fucking with this guy who punches through glass and steals a map. He's like, hey, you got to pay for that map. My life is worth 91 cents exactly.
Look, if I see a guy, if I'm working that job and I see a guy, if I see a guy that attractive and he wants a map, he takes the map.
Oh, yeah.
I'll let him have
Sounds
it.
like he takes a lot of things from you, dude.
Well, you know.
I would give him a map to my house.
But I think, Steve...
a map to your heart.
I think, though, to your point about this, right, is like, if a person comes into your establishment and smashes through a thing of glass with no problem and takes a map out of it, and then you yell, hey, you gotta pay for that, what is the expectation then that this glass puncher is gonna go, oh, I'm sorry, I thought you were free. Oh, here's your 96 cents.
Yeah, this guy just wants to die, I think.
Exactly.
He's figured out the easiest way to do
Well,
it.
he lives in Detroit.
Oh,
That's the movie. That's what the movie says.
It's the movie. We've never been here before. We have no opinion of this town. It's the movie telling us.
We've had a great time so far.
So
but
far,
this is
so
the
good.
movie. The movie says
Yes,
this.
indeed.
speaking of action figures, when Jill Helen, they're like, oh, blah, blah, blah. That's RoboCop's jetpack. We might use that later.
I believe it's called Chekhov's jetpack.
Yes, exactly.
Stephen.
Oh my God, we have to go to KB Toys after this. There's a robot jetpack from RoboCop.
They
You
should-
shouldn't be watching this movie.
They should call it a jetpack. They call it a flight pack.
Oh, right.
Was
Ew.
that copyrighted?
I guess. I don't know.
Jetpack?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
Just call it the thing that everybody knows it's called. Stupid.
Ah, crap, we're running out of it. A fly pack. I don't know. I'm running out of it here, fellas.
I do love RoboCop replays, like he's calling up a YouTube video, Lewis's death, and he's just like, replay,
Put on the hits.
And Then he realizes he has to go kill McDaggett, so he leaves, and he blows up the police station here. This is this is where you meet your favorite character.
My favorite character is this old guy at the police station. I've quoted this for years and years and years. I thought it was from a better movie, from one of the other two. But it's like, but you got an alien cop, you got a ghost cop, you got a vampire cop.
He's
It's
like
so
trying
good.
out material at the police station.
Is any of this working? You think it's funny or what?
Look, Leon, I went to your set last Saturday. It didn't work then. It's not working now. Let me play it straight with you.
But I want to specify this guy's got awesome ideas. Alien cop, ghost cop, vampire cop. I would watch all those movies.
I think he was working for 20th Century Fox at the time.
There's probably all of those.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
You think so? Well, Ghost
Alien Nation.
Alien Nation, that's
It already
Alien
happened.
Cop.
right?
Forever and Night, that's Vampire
There
Cop.
you go.
But Ghost Cop would be so cool, right? Like, oh, the criminals are at their secret hideaway, and suddenly the dishes start moving.
Isn't Ghost Cop Angel Eyes?
No,
That
there's nothing.
The J-Lo movie with Jim Caviezel?
There's nothing supernatural or interesting about that movie whatsoever.
Okay.
Just want to be really clear about that.
I thought it was a
Steer
ghost.
clear of it.
Okay.
You thought she came back from the dead?
Yeah.
I saw that movie in the theaters, and it was like before I started smoking weed, and I still don't remember a thing about it.
Why would you?
He winds up going to. RoboCop bursts in. There's a warrant out for his arrest, which is kind of hilarious.
Yes, and then this is the sergeant's like, RoboCop, you know we're supposed to shoot you sight unseen, right? And he's like, yeah, got it. Anyway, where are all those Nazis you have hidden back here?
Well, yeah. What do you talk like? What did you ever talk to the other cops about? What happens if RoboCop does something wrong? Put handcuffs on him. That'll work.
No, yeah, there needs to be a switch that's just like he needs
Yes.
this.
Yep. There should be a kill switch somewhere.
After 2 movies of him tearing down this city.
Yes.
You might think they'd even decommission him at this point.
RoboCop's at it again. Oh, fuck, we forgot. Ah!
Well, he's 21% more efficient than a regular cop and 98% more lethal. Gotta keep him going.
Works.
Is this where there's like, he goes to the back of the police station and there's like a couple of these guys hanging out and the one guy's like, got a light?
Yeah.
And then the other guy goes, here, scumbag. And ooh, it's RoboCop. And he starts flame throwing.
Yes.
Kind of great.
It's great. But I just realized something. The way to make these self-driving cars happen is to put a dead human's brain inside of it.
That makes a ton of sense.
Can
Right?
we start
Wouldn't
with
that be
Elon
awesome?
Musk?
You get in the car, there's like a human face stretched out across the dashboard.
Yeah.
And it's like, where to, buddy?
Where you gotta go, Roger? I'll take you anywhere in fucking Toontown.
By the way, Motor City, these are the ideas you should be coming in
No,
with.
yeah. This should be the retirement for every NASCAR driver. They should all be putting cars, I think,
Exactly.
eventually.
Put a number 3 on it, you know who you're riding with.
Can I?
Well, the numbers let you know for everyone who you're riding with. That's why they're there.
Okay, Gregory, drive to Vitali's restaurant. I miss my wife. Vitali's restaurant. I love her so much. Could you please write her a letter? I only have wheels now.
All right,
Vitali's restaurant.
Now I realize they would still crash into other cars and just kill them.
Absolutely.
We're all going to hell tonight.
Off a cliff, got it.
These stupid pigs are eating at Applebee's again. Bridge embankment.
Okay, Elliot, let's go to the Regal Center. Where am I? What's happening here? It's dark everywhere.
Does it bother you that there is no God? Well, no, I was just trying to catch the new Halloween movie. Does it bother you that everyone's going to become a car one day?
I know there's stuff to be worked out with
A
this,
lot to
but
be worked out,
I think harvesting the dead to drive cars, there might be something.
I do think
might
there's
be
something to it.
So, listen, we were driving to my cousin's wedding, and my self-aware self-driving car started having memories from his old life seeping back in, and it was a huge disaster. We were late to the rehearsal dinner. It was awful.
My car started crying. The windshield wiper fluid, obviously, right? That's how
Yeah.
Oh my God, Roger, we're gonna be late for the rehearsal dinner. I once had children. I didn't know that until today. I once had children. Where are my children?
We're going to be cruising by their house real quick.
You know, we're in the wedding party. We have to be there on time.
Sorry.
They were in 3rd and 5th grades. Oh my God.
And now I'm a car.
How old are they at now? How old are they now? What year is it?
Dude, I think that's what that sitcom My Mother the Car was about.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, I didn't hear about that.
My Mother the Car?
No, I don't know.
Old television show.
Oh.
Yeah.
And there was a lady that was a car?
Maybe.
I'd like to get into that.
Oh, but that's a nightmare because freaking rich parents will be like, when we die, we're gonna have our brains put into 2 twin Lamborghinis that we're gonna leave to you children, and we will be with you forever.
No. You leave the fucking the keys in that one, dude.
Dad, could you turn up the fan? It's a little hot back here. When are you having children? This was a terrible idea.
I've been locked in the garage for 15 years.
All right, Dad, I'm just gonna put this brick on your gas pedal here, is what we're gonna do here.
I didn't have my soul put into the engine of this car to have a tarp put over me all winter, god damn it.
But so RoboCop finds McDaggett at this weird like flop house that he's hanging out in, and like
it's a brothel.
It really is.
This is more Nazi stuff.
It's like a Elwood Blues flop house. Like, you got my cheese whiz boy, like that kind of a place.
They're with prostitutes.
Yes.
It's like the Nazis in France here.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Here's the thing, though. Like, in these kinds of movies, like, let's say another third in a series that's ruined by children, Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, right? In that movie, like the hoity-toity folks that live at like the top of Bartertown, there's at least a nice apartment there. Yeah. This guy, like, they should put these people in like a really nice facility.
You're
to
right.
make them
We should be treating them better.
Yeah, wine and dine them.
No,
That's
I'm
the key
not
to it all.
saying I'm just saying it would make sense for this movie because they're supposed to be the villains that you hate. Yeah. Like, they're in a nice place, not a shit-ass flop house.
That's fair because OCP has like skyscrapers. Like,
Yeah,
why
exactly.
You can have sex in an office.
Totally.
That's
it
true,
happens
Eric.
all the time.
Exactly.
It's probably happened here.
Yeah.
Well, McDaggett is discussing plans with Mako,
Yes.
the Japanese arm of the Japanese villain in the movie.
Yeah.
And he's like, should I do it? And he just keeps pointing at this briefcase. And this was driving me crazy. I'm like, what can he do with the briefcase?
Yeah.
Is this thing gonna explode? No, it doesn't.
No.
No, it doesn't.
It controls the other robots, I guess,
Yeah.
the other Otomos. But in a twist that nobody could give a shit, Stephen Root is evil, and it's like, okay.
Oh, right, he's crooked. Who could care, huh?
Right.
When you were like 9 years old, were you like, wow, you didn't see that coming?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw it. It's like he's squirrely. Like, I could just tell.
I love when RoboCop shoots his way through a door instead of just walking through it or
Yes,
opening
this is
it.
the other time where he goes.
He's very theatrical.
He's like,
It's very dumb.
Now I have no bullets to shoot you, McDaggett.
Well, no, because here's the problem. He's got those big clampers. He tries to use a doorknob. He just breaks it off.
You're right. He's got like Dr. No Hands.
Exactly.
But when he gets in there, he sees Stephen Root and he's like, wait. Is this the rebel base? What is happening?
What are you doing here?
And it's
Like,
a weird thing, too, where, like, I guess he's talking about how McDaggett knew they were at the church.
Sure.
Because Stephen Root's just like, oh, yeah, well, that last tip I gave you really paid off. And I was like, the fuck are we even talking about? I know nothing. Was there a
Who
deleted
could
scene?
care?
There was-
Also, it doesn't matter.
There was a brief scene of Stephen Root like freaking out, which was kind of nice. It was just like, it's not worth it, man. It's not worth it.
That's Steve in this kind of a society.
Absolutely.
Guaranteed,
So
right?
I'd be dead already. There's a robot cop. I'm killing
Yeah,
myself.
I'd be taking.
I don't need that.
I'd be driving inside of you to go to Halloween Kills.
But I can't drive, so you can't turn me into a car.
I keep forgetting you don't have a license.
I'm only 37 years old, okay?
Look, my buddy, the car, used to be a friend of mine. We used to go to the movies. Let me bring the car into the movie theater, please. Please.
That's next with the way they're doing these movie theaters now. You can eat and drink in them. Eventually, I guess they'll reverse.
That's a drive-in theater you're
yes,
thinking of.
they'll reverse and invent drive-ins again. Yeah. They should be more popular, to be fair.
He takes a pimp's car. This is sort of something.
Oh, right, because what is it, McTaggart?
McDaggett.
Oh, McDaggett, pardon me. Does a solid like jump out of this hotel window and like
good.
scampers away, and RoboCop goes up to this pimp and he's like, "Excuse me, I need your car, honest businessman." And this dude, like, here's the thing: the gag for this scene is
the guy doesn't know that it's RoboCop behind him, and he starts like talking shit before he turns around, and then it's like, oh, pardon me, Mr. RoboCop. But like, I don't know. I feel like if you live in this town, you know that there's a RoboCop.
Oh, when the ground shakes?
Yeah, and when fucking this thing's just pounding up behind you, who else could it be? The elephant detective?
Well, it's interesting you point out how much weight and sound he would bring because he gets into this car and the tires don't pop out immediately.
You're totally right.
His feet should go through the damn thing and it should be Fred Flintstone all the way to the next location.
Oh, fuck, now I'm Flintstoning to the precinct.
Yabba dabba doo.
And it's a dumb like car chase where they're burning up this pimp's car, which is kind of fun.
It's like the whole gag is supposed to be, isn't it funny? Because it's RoboCop, but like there's like fuzzy dice in the mirror, and there's like fucking Christmas lights all around it. But like, you also then need like a cool like funk song.
Parliament Funkadelic should
totally.
be just
Get P-Funk involved. Get P-Funk involved, exactly, because it's just like the super serious RoboCop score, and like the joke is totally killed.
How do I get to Funky Town?
And that's like the only music in the movie, and it's just repeating ad nauseum.
Yeah, no, can't stand it. This scene doesn't work.
I like the move McDaggett has of like using the children as a human shield by tossing out this money that he was gonna pay Stephen Root.
Oh yeah, the money bomb, because RoboCop is about to run over about a dozen children.
Yep.
Money, money, money. Who do you love?
So like RoboCop's gonna kill all these kids because McDaggett threw all this money in the road, and they all like kind of run back out and get it. Kind of. Whatever.
It's cute. I like it.
It's cute. You know, it's little kids making this movie better and better once again.
RoboCop, the city is on the line. Hit the gas.
Totally.
Go through these kids.
There'll be more kids.
Yeah, they could be.
That's the problem.
I guess they couldn't be cars. They don't have licenses. I guess they'd be tricycles or something.
If I mowed through these, maybe I will have a son.
Oh my God!
That's
a little
RoboCop. In the fourth movie, he just becomes this weird like, I must have a child, and he starts like killing kids.
Yeah.
You know, time's just moving on, and I'm not getting any younger. Boy, would I like some offspring.
The last shot of the movie is just an infant with a Kano eye on him.
Yes!
Yeah. I like this. It's becoming like Interview with the Vampire.
We are the only real evil left.
That's very true.
There is a funny, because they can't show any real violence, of course. So when RoboCop does come up to the prostitute hotel, there is this guy takes out a gun. Mm-hmm. And he shoots it like 100, RoboCop shoots it 100 times out of his hand. And it's like a guy had a gun on a fishing line and was just going like this a bunch of times.
Not as if. You can see the fishing line. It's not exactly as if.
And like, why are you doing like trick gun shit like this? Just shoot that guy in the face.
He's the fastest.
I'm watching a RoboCop movie.
Fastest gun in the Midwest, dude.
Well, we blew our budget. We could only have 3 squibs.
If you took that fake gun on the string and put like a little fake fucking Halloween spider in its place, no one would have noticed.
Same difference.
It's that ineffective and useless.
This is when Stephen Root goes back and reveals himself to be a bad guy. And CCH Pounder, who's been like the leader of this resistance, dies in front of this little girl, and it's really sad. But to show her,
it's funny.
To show her that everything's gonna be okay, she gives a thumbs up. Like as she's dying, and I mean, like you're not actually taking the horror out of the moment. You're just ruining thumbs up for this girl for the rest of your life.
Right. Yeah. Never again can she give a thumbs up.
Or like, you know, she's just at the store and so, just give me a Diet Coke. Oh, Jesus Christ! She hits the deck.
No, the thumbs up is a sweet notion. It's like, well, maybe we'll meet again. Like if you get into a taxi in 5 years.
But it's kind of great because she's giving this like dying thumbs up, and then the little girl's like, all right. All right.
It's true. What do you do back to that, right?
Yeah.
Rock and roll, man.
Do one of these, dude.
Yeah.
You're checking out.
Nikki.
Adios, CCH Pounder.
Nikki, there's 1 chip left.
So at one point, the cops all quit at one point.
Well, because, they're like, oh, we have to go into the city and or this neighborhood and really forcefully relocate everybody.
Right.
You know, get all your men in an hour. And then this is like, that's too much. And it's this big, like, everyone's taking their badge and throwing it on the floor. but the noise just sounds like plastic every time it hits the floor.
Man, this was like, you know what? Just let the plastic hit and then we'll replace it later. Don't worry about it. And someone forgot. And it just sounds like little toy shields just hitting each other. It's really bad.
Oh yeah, what we did, this is the commentary on the movie. Oh yeah, what we did for this scene is we just took empty ice cube trays and threw them at each other. We just kept on doing that for a while, and that's how you get this sound, you know.
Bunch of subpar experts on the commentary track, I guess.
Because we're trying to do this thing where it's like, no, there's the bad cops over here, but the good cops are over here.
Like the whole thing kind of, the whole movie sort of amps that up because this is also where we get the news team again. It's the same like man and woman giving the news, and the woman has to read this thing where it's like, oh, RoboCop killed all of these nuns, and then you see like the video feed, and it's just got this little thing in the corner that's like reenactment, and it's a dead nun and the RoboCop foot coming down and stepping on the badge, and this woman is like, she stands up, makes a whole thing. She's like, "This is bullshit." She walks off the set.
But I got so excited for a moment there. I thought I was about to watch Bad Robo Lieutenant. And I couldn't wait for him to go, oh.
I have a lot of money on the Mets.
And now it is Bad RoboCop, Port of New Orleans. I will jerk off my oil onto your windshield.
I guess you didn't see that.
Yeah, I don't think people saw that one.
Pretty solid Nick Cage movie, folks.
That chicken is dancing for some reason. No, let him go.
But no, this is just the media break is over.
Yeah.
Except for later we see the guy picking his nose, which is a huge plot point for some reason.
I love that the splatterpunks get back involved. Because they're like now the bad guys. It's like the bad guys is going to recruit more bad guys to roust all these kids. It turns into like Death Wish 3 at the end a little bit here.
A little bit, yeah, because like after all the cops walk out, right? Like this, I keep forgetting his name.
McDaggett.
Oh, McDaggett. God damn it.
How would you and your friend like to make a little money, chum?
Yeah, they're about to like this one gutter punk's ready to run out, and he's like, "No, get that man. How about I give you and all your crazy ass shit friends a bunch of machine guns?"
Oh, I've been shot. Cheerio.
Exactly. Oh, you've run over the police station. Excellent.
And I need this to be a thing where this blows up in McDaggett's face, right? And all the crust punks come after him instead.
The only joke you get is like somebody trying to put a helmet over a mohawk. That's kind of cute.
Yeah.
I guess.
It's sort of cute.
I mean, they have them at this like training camp, and you just imagine there must have been like at least 400 casualties of this 30-minute training camp where they're learning how to protect the innocent.
And then in like another sad turn of events, like the sergeant is like, they go up to all the rebels in this movie, and he's like, "Hey, you've all officially been deputized by the Detroit Police Department." And all these people like are like, "Yeah, but they should be like, who fucking cares? Society is crumbling.
And you're the one that did this to me, asshole. Fuck you.
It's your fucking fault. You let a fucking corporation buy your ass, you stupid idiots.
You evicted us before rehab did, so fuck you. Yeah. Maybe."
And I guess this neighborhood of Cadillac Heights is now apparently, according to Wikipedia, which is again maybe written by Bradley Whitford's son. I don't know.
Dennis Whitford.
Apparently, a lot of the locations in this movie were going to be demolitioned for the 1996 Olympics in Atlanta.
Oh, right.
So there is a RoboCop in Centennial Park.
Oh, you think Richard Jewell spotted this guy?
I do. Richard Jewell would have been an amazing RoboCop, right?
Well, he was very alert. He was very alert, you know?
True.
It's true.
Yeah. He knew it. And no, everyone else didn't believe him.
I don't know if the donut eating scene would have been so strong with all the metal all over his face.
My friend Richard Jewell was railroaded by the media.
If they made him a RoboCop, do you think they'd like to make him more comfortable in his own body? Would they make him fat still?
That's a great question. I don't know that I have the answer to
He did die.
Or you die as a fat guy, you die come back as a big jacked RoboCop, like, this isn't so bad.
No, it is so bad.
I can fit in a medium again.
You're talking me into being a RoboCop.
Exactly, dude. I'd love to fit in a medium again.
Yeah.
But you're a RoboCop.
Yeah,
all you got left is like a chin, a couple of nipples, and part of your brain, maybe.
He has nipples still?
Well, I like to think that maybe he's got one nipple left.
Yeah.
Underneath that chest plate?
Just so I can feel something. You know.
Yeah, that makes
Just
sense.
one. Just one nipple.
Just one.
Still
Just
has
a
a few.
little.
Oh, that's hot.
Still has a few skin tags near his neck.
Why
That-
did you keep
I
those?
mean, I was about to say,
Just to stay human, baby.
Got it.
why did you leave those?
This is when he has the fight with Otomo back at the Rebel headquarters. The
Oh,
first
right.
fight.
The first fight, because there's like 3 of these robots for some reason.
And this is the problem with the RoboCop design. Really intimidating, super heavy, but
chunky ass.
no, the problem is every time he gets knocked over,
Here we go.
Yep.
Yeah, there we go.
it's just this.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. It's a turtle. It's a turtle that fell over.
It's Sheldon from Rocco's Modern Life.
And that's not good.
And the weird thing is, he's also, I don't know what's going on. I think it's a top-heavy situation, because like, there's one point where Otomo jumps over him and kind of just like pokes him on the forehead, and he fucking goes. That's all he does.
That's all you gotta do.
Oh, fuck!
Well,
My
that's-
one weakness, gravity.
Well, that's the one. That's the biggest loss of Lewis. Oh, I used to have a friend that would help me with this. Where are you, Anne?
And then he gets shot in the head by RoboCop, and it's like, damn, why did I use a sword on this guy?
It's also just kind of lame, right? Like your robot can get taken out that easily.
It's just so quick. It's disappointing. But then don't worry, folks, there's 2 more who also die immediately when we do introduce them.
Yeah, it's not like a T-1000 thing like, oh, he's better than RoboCop. How's he going to win? He shoots him in the head.
Yeah.
That's the thing. If there's like the next big like leap forward in robo technology, he should be better than RoboCop.
Because I think that's sort of like a weird American 1990s, like, oh, the Japanese thought they built it better, but not better than us.
That definitely is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it totally is.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
No, this model is invincible unless you shoot it, stab it, or put it anywhere near water.
So, yeah, this dude is like dead for now, I guess is the idea. And like, time is running out for Rip Torn and everybody.
Well, this is when it turns into fucking Cool World when he puts on this jetpack, and holy shit, the cartoon we're looking at here.
Wow. I don't know. There had to have been a better way to figure this out.
Well, when that's in the script and you know you can't do it, you cut that from the script.
Yeah, like, should he fly? Can we afford it? No, he should not fly.
Exactly.
Well, but we already ordered an OCP tank, so we need something to blow it up.
Sure.
I guess so, man, but it just looks so terrible.
This tank just shooting at cops and stuff is something else, huh?
Look, yes, the flying is gonna look like absolute garbage. But we're gonna give you maybe a minute of animation.
I know we're saying this movie's bad, but like, you gotta give it credit. It predicted the militarization of law enforcement.
That's true. This tank is coming through the street, and all these cops are going, where can we get one of those? Sure hope there's a government surplus soon.
Wait a second. No, I should sign up for the rehab guys. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, Frank Miller is in the audience. He sees the tank down the street. There's my Nazi stuff. Thank God. Fine. They left it in. Thank God.
Thought they were going to butcher my dream.
Whew.
And the girl and Jill Hennessy get kidnapped to OCP, right? That's how this is going to all end?
Yes, and that's why RoboCop is motivated to put the jetpack on.
Got it. Yeah,
Because
to get up there.
he's turtling.
She does that illegal broadcast
Yes,
saying,
yeah. He's ready to give it all up because he's like, well, Nancy Allen's dead. There's no one to help me down here.
And folks, this is like the 30th time I've seen this movie because I have problems. And in this closet scene where she does the illegal broadcast, first time I've noticed, they have collections of art that we alluded to earlier, literally like written on it like 19th century French or whatever. Like, it's fucking crazy. And also, like, we're evicting people from this quote-unquote like slum neighborhood, and they have priceless art.
That's a question.
Yep. Yeah.
It's like, we can't eat this month. Should we sell the Renoir? No, we won't. We won't.
Yes, we actually hunted down all the monuments men and had them killed.
You should. Fuck them.
Oh, my God.
That's a movie you can take an exquisitely deep nap through.
How many people saw that? 2?
Oh, there we go.
There's my guy. This guy, fucking opening day, apparently. Was that right? Opening day?
Oh, wow.
And why? Bill Murray was in it? Oh, George Clooney fan. That'll do it, too.
Bob
Rough times for you, sir.
Bob Balaban didn't do nothing for you?
I want to go to your house and drink some Nespresso.
You could be the Danny DeVito to his George.
I'm the Danny DeVito to everybody, sadly.
I was having limoncello with George.
Oh, wow, wait, Danny, George who?
No, and then he went, Clooney. Look up that clip from The View. I promise you, it's fucking
very
hilarious.
Yeah, he went on. Yeah,
Very
Danny
good.
DeVito went on The View completely drunk. It was delightful.
But yeah, so they're all going to go to hell tonight. They're all RoboCop blasted a window. They're like, I didn't know he could fly. Like, we just made that up, so now
They
he
fly
can.
now?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you got RoboCops flying now. Huh?
You know, when I took this job, I didn't know the Robo Bobby could fly.
No one told me about the RoboBobby's accessories, you see.
Really wish I could take back that coffee maker comment I made. Oh boy, shit.
And then, yeah, 2 more of these Otomos that did absolutely jack shit in the last scene are about to do absolutely jack shit in this one.
They fight him for like 6.5 seconds.
I like that we get to tell them apart though, because RoboCop shoots one in the head and it wigs out.
Well, you know what that is, dude? That's how, like, we can have 2 guys playing this robot and we don't have to worry about, like, you know, dual screen or anything like that, because one's just a dude with fucked up face makeup on.
You got to do Street Fighter rules. If I'm wearing the black costume, then you got to wear the red one. That's how that's going to go.
That's true.
This
That's
is what should have
absolutely
happened the whole time, right? Like the first guy, maybe he's decked out in black. Then these other 2 motherfuckers come in, that's red and blue.
Yes.
That's how you do this. Do video game rules.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it doesn't really matter because Nikki and her magic computer come in to save the day. The RoboCop is there. She doesn't connect any wires to anything.
That's a great point, because she connects a wire into Ed 209.
Yes.
And Wi-Fi wasn't invented yet, so what the fuck are we doing?
It's magic. It's super magic.
They are just desperately trying to end this movie in some fashion, I think is the idea.
And for once, I'm with them.
They both cut each other's heads off.
Yeah, she hacks it, I guess. So it's like the one looks at the other and it's like enemies, and it's like
while
double
she's-
decapitation.
While they're doing this, McDaggett's like, what are you doing? Instead of stopping them?
Shooting anyone?
He does have a line right here where he goes, "All right, Mr. RoboCop, come and get me." Kind of great.
Mr. RoboCop. That's when he goes to a nice restaurant. Right this way, Mr. RoboCop.
Reservations under Mr. RoboCop?
We have a table for you right by the bathroom. It's fine, I don't eat or smell or nothing.
The lady will have the Kalamata olives.
I would take him to the alley like Lady and the Tramp.
Oh, yes.
I don't want to disturb our customers
That
with
would be great. And then they're eating spaghetti and the 2 robots fall in love.
Oh, that's cute. That's cute, Steve.
But then there's some like weird reaction due to the spaghetti and they're both getting electrocuted through their faces.
Oh, yeah, you can't give a robot garlic. It's like a fucking cat, dude. That'll kill it.
Yeah. Or Vampire Cop.
Yeah, there you go.
And so they both have a self-destruct mechanism that's going to destroy the whole building.
Hey, sure, fuck it. Throw that in at the
You
last
know
second,
what?
whatever.
Even though the first robot didn't.
Nope.
Nope, that
That's
didn't happen.
fine.
And I'm sorry, Mick Daggett, I need a better end than singed ankles. The jetpack falls down and the afterburners fucking burn his ankles off and he just falls like, ew. And that's it.
yeah.
And then
You
the
know,
blow up.
I don't know. Like, you probably could hang on to that PG-13 rating, right? I mean, there's no fucking boobs flying around. There's no F words being used. It's just innocent old ankle singeing. Let me see that.
I saw no flying boobs. Not one flying boob. I'm going to tell you that.
Well, there was RoboCop.
Oh, was there?
Nice. Yeah, that flying boob that goes around saving the city. What do they call him? RoboCop?
Boob in the Archie Bunker manner.
They do cut back to Jeff Garlin at a certain point, like around here, like when it's Jill Hennessy doing her impassioned
And
plea.
he ate another 37
That's what I'm
donuts.
curious. Yeah, that's another scene.
He does have a donut in his hand, so, you know, fool me once, Jeff Garland.
But this
So that's
explosion-
72 donuts then.
RoboCop flies out with the lady and the kid. They're fine.
They're totally fine.
I would have an instant heart attack, and I'd probably fall and get burned to death or whatever.
Or he just realized that he broke both their backs because he was holding too hard.
Yeah.
And
I didn't think I had to tell you to hold on. Sorry.
And the way the building explodes is it fades out to white because we can't afford it.
No, yeah, there's just a couple of super fake like fireballs and it just whooshes right out. Oh, you don't want to see any of that, audience. Don't worry.
And I think about 40 pages of the script fell in the toilet because at the end of this movie, Mako bows to RoboCop, and I'm like, A, who are you? And B, why are you doing that?
That's the first time we've seen Mako in the flesh in this movie. Every other fucking scene, he's screaming on a television.
Yes.
And here comes this legendary actor into this piece of shit movie, and he just bows to a robot. I mean, ladies and gentlemen.
After firing Rip Torn for being like, hey, maybe we just gentrify the neighborhood, like the good old days.
And maybe less of the death squad and just, raise the rent and put in, expensive high-rises.
Well, a $9 cup of coffee, that'll do it.
Well, put an anthropology right over there.
A few luxury condos should settle everything.
And the end of this movie, the last line is so fucking stupid. Because Rip Torn is just like, well, you bested me, huh? Ha ha! So, what do I call you? Is it Murphy? And he's like, no, my friends call me Murphy. You may call me RoboCop.
Screenplay by Frank Miller. Dun, 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 dun.
If you're going to be like, you can call me RoboCop 3 because I'm actually not RoboCop at all.
See? I just thought I just watched the piece of shit known as RoboCop.
But the thing is about that last line, the first half of that last line, my friends call me Murphy, no one ever would remember that there's a throwaway line earlier in the film where he's like, I don't have any friends. Because the little girl's like, something, what do your friends call me? And he's like, I don't know, I don't have any friends.
But no, he made a friend in that little girl.
I know.
Yeah.
Isn't that something? What do you mean you're going to college? Now I'll have no friends again.
I must turn you into a robot to prevent empty nest syndrome.
Most nights it's just me in the refrigerator.
Dude, great new, it's like 30 years later. I think that actress is still working. She's like 37 now. It's her. She reprises the role as Nico. She's getting married, and RoboCop has to give her away.
That's
yes.
beautiful.
Oh,
That's beautiful.
Guess what? He fucks it all
I didn't
up.
like that this guy didn't ask for your hand in marriage.
We're looking for a new project for Nancy Myers. There you go, right
That's
there.
it.
That's beautiful.
I don't think I can cut that much of a rug at the reception.
Alec Baldwin, we shouldn't be doing this.
Well, you offered me the option of chicken or fish. I guess I'll select neither, what with being a robot. And that's the end of the movie. That's RoboCop 3.
That is it.
The end of it.
Piece of shit.
Big, huge thanks to the Majestic for having us.
Yes.
Of course, big thanks to all of you. Give yourselves
guys,
a round of applause. It is very awesome to finally get to this town and hang out for a little bit. But before we go, as always, when you're looking around for the best place on the internet to find yourself some intelligent, grounded, totally non-insane film writing, the place to go is the IMDb user review section.
Indeed.
So we got a couple here that we just want to read out. It's important.
Yeah.
It's important to support independent film criticism.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Inane rambling is what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's right. Yes. So we got two here for you this evening. So we'll do the first one here. 1 out of 10 stars.
Oh, no.
Words fail me was the subject line. Written May the 2nd, 2001, so right before the world changed.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Written in a different America.
Maybe they like it now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's true.
Yeah, it's too bad it wasn't OCP Towers.
So the first line of this review is just, words fail to describe the horror that is RoboCop 3. By far one of the worst movies ever made. The first one, which was a dirty, guilty little fun.
What?
That had charm.
What did you just call me?
It had charm that this one lacks. You know what else this movie lacks? Just a few things, really. Plot, acting, good special effects, directing, writing, a reason to be made, someone to set it on fire.
Has good acting, shut up.
Isn't it kind of sad when the original of a series, these people, hang on. What are we doing? Isn't it kind of sad that when the original of a series that is somewhat known for its special effects is better than a sequel that actually made it to the big screen? What the fuck?
Well, I don't know. That's a riddle.
I don't know. You know what? I'm just going to keep going.
Was this written by the Sphinx?
This was Changing Shades.
Okay.
Is the name here.
Okay.
Speaking of which, why was this a theatrical release?
Great question.
Kind of an interesting question. I mean, if it was direct to video, I would be a little more lenient. But I made my dad drag me and my friends, aged around 13, ex-friends. Now you do the math.
They liked this movie.
So they waited till 2001 to write that part.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, these are my ex-friends now.
Thanks for nothing, Roger.
I think the idea is maybe this guy was the ringleader that was like, oh, we gotta go see RoboCop 3. My dad's gonna take me, don't worry about it. And then it sucks shit and all these kids stop being friends with him.
That's
Good choice.
That's what they said.
Dragged us all to a sneak preview of this monstrosity. He spelled it monstrosity. Oh, well. At least I got to see it for free and got a free T-shirt to see this movie. And all it cost me was my eternal soul.
What? What? There are RoboCop 3 T-shirts. I might need to look into this.
See what eBay has to offer, dude.
I think I will. That's
Might
what
be
I'm
a good time.
I mean,
All
Frank
night
Miller
long.
is the devil. I kind of get that part. You give over your soul. That makes sense.
I have to check that shit for fleas, though, dude. Rating, 1 star out of 10, he says, once again. Disclaimer, not nearly as bad as Manos, The Hands of Fate, or Hudson Hawk.
Okay.
Guess we got to just throw that in, whatever the fuck ever. P.S. This is so dumb. Why would you put this? P.S. I still have the shirt in case you were wondering.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
Why would I be wondering?
Yeah, real.
Hit me up with the size of that shirt. Let's talk.
You're going to outbid him, dude.
Yeah.
All right, we got one more here.
All right.
10 out of 10 stars. Not as bad as people think.
It's not as great as everybody
The
thinks.
best
10 out of
movie
10.
ever made,
Yeah.
you mean? 10 out of 10.
It's written by Mark Ball. May the 22nd, 2007. This guy's coming to RoboCop 3 a titch late. Says, well, this movie isn't on the levels of RoboCop 1 or 2, but still is a pretty good movie overall.
What did you give 1 and 2?
Great question.
11 and 12.
Weller doesn't return to play RoboCop in this movie, but they still do a nice job. I mean, the only thing I can complain about is the violence. PG-13. The first movie had no rating, and 2 was rated R. I mean, you're making some good points.
I'm on
So
board.
far, so
I'm
good.
on board with this.
So, but would 10 out of 10 have no flaws whatsoever? Wouldn't this be a perfect film?
That's the idea.
Okay,
Yeah, that's,
okay.
Yeah, it's the good old American, we don't know how numbers work.
It's okay to like a movie.
It is.
RoboCop isn't made out to be a kid's movie. Once again, definitely correct. It needs blood and gore in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Again, 1 is the best by far, and number 2 was a very good and underrated sequel. 3 is not up there in terms of the rating or story, yet I still enjoyed it. Now again,
Enjoyed.
10 out of 10 is flawless.
Well, here's
Zero
the thing.
mistakes.
Your heart should be racing when this movie is mentioned if it's 10 out of 10, you moron.
Once a robotic cop is in a movie, it's a 10 out of 10. After that, it's up to you.
What about robots doing other things? Like that robot taxi driver in that Arnold movie there.
Total Recall.
Yeah, there we go.
Welcome to Johnny Cab.
Yeah.
Johnny
is
Cab.
that 10 out of 10?
Yeah,
So
9
9 out of 10 stars?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe
Because
that
he's not
guy.
a figure of authority.
Maybe Johnny Cab had a soul and was put into a car.
Yeah, that sounds right.
That was definitely a person, right? They just took the soul and visage of William H. Macy and made it that robot.
Yeah.
Got to do something with him.
Let's see. Yet I still enjoyed it. The story wasn't bad. I love RoboCop.
Obviously.
And the movies never get old. I can watch them over and over again. RoboCrap? How about not? RoboCop rules! We Hate Movies from New York City, Detroit. Thank you so much for coming out tonight.
Thank you, guys.
We
Thank
will
you
see
very
you next
much.
time.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Love ya.